Welcome to session 29. A couple of general announcements. I have added actually a new mod. So if you click on your character, is it broken? Oh, it looks like the mod broke. Let me see if I can re-enable it. But it was supposed to be something that allows you to more freely adjust things, or using abilities without having your sheet open. Alright, well, I'll deal with that later then. I don't know why it's not working. Then the other thing is Conglomerate was missing 1 AC from treating his Carapace as Divine Armor, so I adjust the formula on his sheet so that's correct now, and it'll automatically update itself as he levels up. So previously, you traveled deep into the caves beneath the Watchtower ruins to find a large chamber with hot springs, noxious vents, and a magic door. You spoke to some water spirits. At the door, a statue demanded that you gave up the red goblet, and in exchange, the door would be opened. Beyond the door, you found a truly massive caverns, a river, a mushroom forest, where the mushroom forests were the size of trees. You saw groups of humanoids, one sailing down the river in a boat. You found another group of humanoids chopping at mushroom trees and gathering the meat. Conglomerate snuck closer to discover that they spoke Abyssal, and that they seemed to be gatherers. He had noticed that with the Abyssal there was a mix of foreign words that are also used, contrasting against the sound of the language. With Conglomerate's help, you communicated with the Skedi, the natives that live in the massive caverns. Afterward, you continued to travel through the caves, but were ambushed by giant spiders and other giant insects. After losing 2 party members, bringing you down to half strength, you decided to retreat. The survivors made their way back to Cepazis to find another strange situation. It appears the plan against the Praxis family was foiled, but the Punk Pantheon made contact through a message. You spent several days in Cepazis, and everyone returned from death. However, half the group is suffering from exhaustion from having recently died. You already purchased your rooms for 1 more day. You had planned to visit the Halicus of Methina to get your reward for dealing with the issues at the Watchtower ruins. As we begin at a still morning, you are in the tavern drinking. You are still in Cepazis. It is humid and it is cloudy. So I'll go ahead and take you to the map. Alright, everybody can see the map?
Oop.
Alright, yes. So you have been sitting. Cyclonid had ordered a number of backup drinks, and you've been eating snacks and drinking. It is about 8:30 in the morning. So what do you do?
We can get drunk, right?
Yeah, if you keep drinking.
Okay, I'm just making sure that's a physical possibility.
Yeah. Is that the plan?
I don't know. Maybe.
Perhaps we can get to the Halicus of Methina and collect our rewards.
I feel like that might be 2 people's plans, Cyclonans and possibly Darcy.
Fair enough. You do know you have rooms for tonight, and Darcy would have a level of exhaustion, so she's probably end up feeling a little cranky.
What time does the Halicus of Methina open? I believe it is open already.
Aren't we supposed to be getting paid?
That was
Yes,
the
Dr.
idea,
Lieutenant.
yes.
Then why are we sitting here? Let's get money so we can spend more later.
Alright, well, Cyclonin rolls his eyes and goes over to the bar. How many drinks have I had so far?
I don't know. How many do you think you've had? You've had at least 2, I think. But have you had more than that?
Yeah, your audio's coming through, Tyler. Or at least it was. I heard you before.
Same.
So, how long were we in the bar so far?
Probably half an hour.
How fast you're drinking, that'd probably answer your question.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, let's see. We'll just go with 4, because he was expecting to be hanging out here for a lot more time, so I guess I'd be getting like 16 Mithna back.
Okay. Gets
So I'm
back
gonna go
in.
up this. I will finish this later.
We can always come back and get drunk. Let's get paid first.
True.
It's true. You can't drink all of your money away until you have your money first.
Exactly. We gotta think this through first. Then be irresponsible.
Very well. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and head out, start heading towards the Halicus.
Alright, is everybody
that the
going or just Cyclonus?
How it goes well.
Yes.
Okay, once you get outside, I'll make you all bigger. There you go. Alright, so you start heading through the town. You arrive in the Agora. You see that already there are lots of people out shopping and doing their business. And as you approach the Colosseum, you see that there seems to be some sort of play or some sort of entertainment going on the stages. You also notice that it is very hot and humid outside today.
Oh, so it's the South.
Yeah, it would be kind of like that. If you've ever been to Alabama in the summer, that's what it feels like right now.
I'm in Georgia, next to the ocean.
Yeah, not much different. All right, so let's see. Where is that icon? There it is. So I'm going to move you just there. There you go. All right, so you make your way into the Halicus, and you see the door is closed, but you can hear the voice of Clymene from the other side. And you see someone behind the desk, and he looks up as you approach. How can I help you?
How is Clymene doing?
She's doing well. She seems to be looking to be part of the next expedition, but we have some issues to deal with, such as that watchtower.
Would you please let her know that I wish to speak to her after we conclude our business here?
All right. So actually, as he looks, he remembers. Oh, yes, you were the ones that we sent. So what did you find? Am I coming through?
Oh,
Yeah.
you are.
I was waiting for Darcy to say something. I thought she was going to talk us up on cash.
Speak a little louder. Tyler?
Oh, nothing. Never mind. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Never mind. Sorry.
One of you will have to speak. I was not there for the main festivities, if you will.
Ugh.
I vote Darcy.
Oh, yeah.
about
As she was, she did buy. I think this is hilarious. She did buy a fancy wine bottle, so just assume she was drinking straight from it. During
Okay.
this time, she was supposed to be telling things. Oh, yeah, we killed some monsters. They were rather disgusting looking. Very, very dangerous work, but it's clear now. No need to worry. There are some caverns, though, so if you go looking, it goes deep.
There are caverns beneath the watchtower, you say?
Yes.
Interesting. And so you're saying the place was infested with monsters?
Yes, some nasty creatures, but we cleared them out. Don't worry.
I see. Well, we have some. I sent out a scout earlier today to check out the area, and so once they return and verify that everything is clear, then I'd be happy to pay you what we owe you. So if you can come back this afternoon, maybe around 3, assuming everything is as expected, I'll have your payment ready by then.
Perfect.
Is there anything else you need? At the moment, we don't have any contracts available. However, you can visit the Halakis of Methina in Katniss. It's much larger. They're more likely to have something. And if you wait a couple of days, if what you say is true, and we can convince the Archon, we would like to put together another expedition to the Valolis ruins. So perhaps there's work there that you can be involved with.
Well, we will probably be back this way within a few days anyway, so perhaps we could check in at that time.
Very well. So come back around 3, and we'll talk again.
Don't forget to tell Clymene that I wish to speak with her.
Yeah. Actually, you can just knock on the door. She is busy with some paperwork, but she'll most likely answer.
Knock.
Yes?
Hello, it is your companions from the Valolis ruins.
She steps out, opens the door and steps out. Oh, hello again. What can I do for you?
I wish to speak with you a little bit later about some of the unusual happenings at the ruins. This is probably not a good time or place for that. Are you available this afternoon?
I can be. Where do you want to talk?
Excellent. What's the name of the tavern we're staying at?
Say it again?
What's the name of the tavern we're staying at?
The Serpent's Tooth.
Yeah. Please meet at the Serpent's Tooth, and then you can figure out the rest from there.
Okay. When do you want me to show up?
See, we have to be back here at 3. How late are you expecting to be here today?
I'm probably going to be here all day, so I'll be taking a break to go over there.
Then, we have to be back here at 3. How about right after that?
Sure. That sounds good. I'll just follow you back when you show up then. You'll find me here. All right, well, I better get back to work. Just knock when you return.
Of course.
All right. So the person behind the desk kind of waves at you as you leave. So where are you going next, or what are you doing?
I guess it is time to spend all that money we just got.
We didn't get money yet.
That would be sarcasm then. Well, we have to be back here this afternoon to get paid.
Mm. Is there an announcement board somewhere?
Outside the town, on either exit.
Oh. They don't have one in the square or something?
Not that you've seen.
True.
We're not too terribly far from the south exit if you want to up there.
Yeah, Darcy's gonna meander over there to see if anything happened while we were gone, or there's anything of note happening now.
Okay. So let's see. So yeah, eventually you'll make your way over there. It looks like, though, it hasn't been updated since the last time you saw it. So you can go over there. It probably takes you about 10 minutes to make your way over there. But yeah, it looks like it's the same announcement. It seemed like they updated every couple of days.
Mm.
Oh, hold on. Let me fix this for you. There you go. That way you can actually get access to everything. Alright, so that probably eats up about 10 minutes of time. Is there anything else you want to do, or do you just want to fast forward the time?
Well, did we want to go and talk to
Oh.
Sebastian?
Yeah, go visit Sebastian.
Alright. Okay, so yeah, you show up at the Praxilus estate. The servant meets you at the door and kind of bows as he sees you. Can I help you?
We wish to speak with Marius and Sebastian, please.
Yes.
Of course. And he takes you in. As you get in, you can see that Marius and Anone are kind of relaxing in the central courtyard, and you don't see Sebastian, but if you ask them, they'll tell you he's off in his room. And Marius says as he sees you, "Oh, welcome back. How are you feeling today?"
Very, very tired indeed. May I speak with you alone for a little while?
Of course. If you wish to speak to Sebastian, he's in his room. I believe you've been there before, so you should know the way.
I'm gonna wander over there.
Yeah, so I'll go ahead and keep Marius distracted while the others go talk to Sebastian.
All right. So Cyclonan's talking to Varius. Assuming everybody else is going to Sebastian.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah. So everybody goes off to Sebastian except for Cyclonan. You know, and you get to his door, and he lets you in. So as you come in, he says, "Hi everybody. What are you doing here? Are we going on a journey again? I think I'm free. I think I can go."
Yeah, eventually. We'll be going in a little while.
Speak a little louder.
Said we shall be going in a little while, not necessarily this moment, but yes. How have you been the last few days?
Okay. Well, when you decide to leave, let me know. I think my father would like it if I saw more of the world.
How are you? How have you been since we've been gone?
Okay. It's been a little easier since I'm not under house arrest. I've actually actually been able to leave and walk around for a bit yesterday. So that was nice. And Barrios seems a little less worried now than he was, so things aren't quite as strict as they were.
So you could perhaps join us at the tavern then?
Sure, I don't see why not.
Good.
Is that where we're going now?
Darcy's gonna kind of like look at everybody else to be like, I'm headed there if you're not.
Sounds good to me.
Well, I suppose that's where everybody wants to go.
Well, then it's decided since no one has spoken up. So let's go. Let's be merry.
Okay. And as you head to the tavern, Shane, I see you're here. What does Tavros say about all this, if anything? Are you actually in the game?
So I'm late. No, I'm not. I'm home right now, so I figured I could just be hear on voice, but not actually. I can't control my character right now.
Oh, okay.
I have zero context as to what's going on though, so I wouldn't say anything here.
How are you possibly going to be the finest warrior of this specific age if you can't control your character?
You know, he does it on his own. It's all muscle memory at this point. That's how good he is.
All right.
Where are you? I'm just walking home. Oh, okay. I'm on some random street. I'm on Shirley Street. Yeah. I am.
All right. As you make your way in, basically that kind of corner table that you were at is still available, so they just let you in there. So before you guys start talking to Sebastian, Tavros, you'll notice that everybody is with you right now except for Cyclonin. And you'll also notice that several people in the group, such as Darcy and Conglomerate, look extra tired today. As far as the group goes, Tavros hasn't been really paying a lot of attention to what's going on, but suddenly he looks curious. So you guys can go ahead and fill him in.
Sounds about average.
Oh, you are finally with us.
Hello. So what's the deal?
We found our way into the underworld and got our asses summarily kicked. Just barely survived. And as soon as we got back to town, I am.
Why? Because I wasn't there.
And as soon as we got back to town, we found a love letter from the Punk Pantheon saying they want us to die. So now we're trying to prepare for that.
Oh,
would you like a
drink? Which Pantheon? I would love a drink.
Punk Pantheon.
Okay. Sounds
if we do not
like an average day.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
If we do not go to them, they will come to us and kill us. And we thought that maybe them coming here to this town to attack us and destroy the population is maybe not the best.
So we're going to them.
Not quite.
So we're gonna go to a random place in the middle of nowhere and wait for them.
Close. We think there might be something more specific. I have an idea, but we need to discuss it.
Challenge them to a duel?
Here. No. We need to discuss this in a little more of a secure environment.
Oh, okay.
So,
like where?
The other thing that wound up happening is, remember that dungeon, those caves you were in, and remember when you went through the door and you found the massive caves, and you guys basically made contact with the natives. You got some directions toward where you guys felt that where their home was, which you believed was where the power you felt was. Unfortunately, on the way there, you got ambushed by giant spiders and other giant insects, and were basically down to half strength. Half the party was dead, and so the decision was made to retreat and head back to town, which is why several people in the party, you notice, look extra tired today.
I see. Yeah, it's too bad I wasn't there. Probably would have saved the day.
Maybe.
Ooh.
Greatest.
Or you
Greatest
might
fighter
have,
of my
or you
age
might
and
have
whatnot.
moved the death count to more than half.
What? No.
Fair enough. All right, now that Tavros is more caught up, you guys are going to speak to Sebastian. So Sebastian sits there. So are you guys going to order drinks again, right? So how many people are ordering drinks?
Me.
Yes.
Sure.
So Sebastian will. Okay, so to basically for the 4 drinks, moderate booze, it'd basically be another 2 Mythna. So whoever wants to pay that.
What did you think on it?
All right. So you get your drinks, and you have some snacks. So what do you guys talk about?
How's the weather?
Actually, it was a pretty good day today. Moderate, I think.
Sebastian looks at you like you're growing cockroaches out of your ears. He says, "It's humid and it's hot. It's not a nice day in terms of weather. Hope it rains soon."
I like it. I'm a fan. I wish that it was
Yeah, I
hotter
think
with
it's-
more
I-
sun.
Here for it.
I want
think
to
it's pretty
sun
good.
more.
Back in my day, it was 100 degrees, raining, humid, dry, uphill, both ways, snowing,
Downhill, even.
downhill, snowing, hailing. I don't want to hear
Yeah,
it.
that snowing heat wave. Yeah.
Oh yeah. They don't come by very often anymore.
He looks at you weird. And I was like, I don't know what kind of day that is, but sounds really weird. It's 100 degrees and it's snowing.
Yeah.
How it
Because
is.
these days you got it easy.
And how is it uphill both ways? That doesn't make any sense.
Magic. It's a magic hill.
He looks at you. How many have you had?
What's the one so far?
Alrighty.
That's the fun part, Sebastian. He doesn't need alcohol to sound ridiculous. He does that naturally.
Yeah.
Are there anybody else? This is a solid door, right?
No, it's stairs. So yeah, it's open. Everybody, everybody can see you. I mean, there's no one super close, and it's kind of loud in there. But there are definitely people who pass it by and everything else.
Okay, so this is just open.
Yeah,
and-
that's just a set of stairs. If you zoom in, it's probably easier to see. But yeah,
Oh, okay.
this is just stairs. This is what the doors look like. But it might be hard to see if you're zoomed out. Anyway, yeah. So it is definitely open. It's just kind of you go up some steps, and it's kind of isolated, but it's not closed off.
Okay, just thought I would check.
You know what'd be fun?
However,
We should
you
put-
have paid for rooms.
We should play drinking game.
Love those. Which one? There's so many.
How about a fun one? How about truth or dare?
Uh-huh.
We go in circle.
Since Judge isn't drinking, he's gonna dip off to our room real quick. And
How does that work as a drinking game? Huh? I don't understand.
Alternative rules. If you don't do a dare, you have to take a larger amount of alcohol. Also, you can't do two truths. Dare can't be something that gets us in jail, though, or kicked out.
Alright, Sebastian just kind of drinks and he looks confused.
Who wants to play?
Sure.
I'm down as well.
Okay, that's 2 people. Sebastian.
Oh, I've been in enough trouble lately. I'm just gonna. I'll watch.
How about Cyclone?
Cyclone is
Is
up there.
He's not
Isn't
here.
he still talking to the dad, or the uncle?
That's the last time you saw him, yeah.
What a riveting conversation it must be.
And Judge disappeared up to our room for just a moment.
Okay, Judge went off to the room. Okay.
Okay, you start.
All right, Davros, truth or dare?
Not dare.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
How many drinks we got on the table?
1 for each of you.
4.
Okay, 4. Do we have a large pitcher of water or anything?
No.
No. If you ask for water, they'll bring you some, though.
I would like a large pitcher of water, please.
Okay. So you get a passing waitress or something like that, and you kind of wave them down and ask for water, and they'll bring you a pitcher of water.
Going to start simple. I dare you to drink this whole pitcher of water in one go.
Oh,
No,
okay,
stop.
that's easy enough.
Yeah.
Thought you were going somewhere else with that. Yeah, sure.
Oh, I will later. I just need the empty pitcher first.
Uh-huh.
That's kind of scary.
So you're gonna go
Okay,
yeah, I'll
do it.
water in one gulp, huh? Go ahead.
Wow,
and
in
give
one
me
chug. In one chug.
One chug. Okay.
One chug, one full chug.
Go
You
ahead and
can't
give
stop.
me a Constitution check.
You have to do it for me. It's going to be +2.
Oh, okay. All right, yeah, he manages to chug it. He's like afterward, but he does chug it.
Easy. Child's play.
It's your turn. You did the thing.
Oh, me?
I guess we're gonna go in like a circle. So I went, you went, next person, and then I guess go back to me since Sebastian's a big old chicken.
Hold on one second. But which leg is it? Perfect.
I thought you would have browbeat Sebastian playing whether he wanted to or not.
Yeah, but at the same time, he did just get in trouble with the law. I don't know how far these dares are gonna go.
He's gone. Davros disappeared.
He died. Oh no, too much water.
Oh, he's back.
Probably a connection issue.
Probably. Well,
That never happens.
okay, let's see. Okay, hold on. Does Darcy have a particular type of instrument that she has,
Hello?
but she hates playing, and what I noticed?
I
She
think
has
I
a
dropped.
viol. That's what she usually plays with, is a viol.
Is that it?
I mean, I think she has another instrument. Hold on, let me look at her sheet. Pretty sure it's it's either a harp or something. Hold on.
But
You didn't load it.
the one she mentioned is the one that I think she uses the most. So it's probably the one you know about.
Yeah. Because she uses the viol the most, but she does have another. A flute. She has a flute and a viol.
But if Darcy has trouble remembering what that second one is, that's how little it comes out. So there you go.
Good point.
I mean, what's easier, taking breaths in between spells and dooting, or playing the freaking violin? I'd say the violin's easiest.
Oh, I see what you're saying. All right, that makes a lot of sense. Actually. I understand. Okay, Tavros is here. Maybe.
Is he? He's muted.
Unmute Tavros. Or no. Alright. Darcy, shoot through there.
There.
I dare you to go up in front of everyone right now and play both two instruments. I'm assuming you have more than one. At the same time.
Physically
Simultaneously.
impossible.
Not true. Try it. I believe in you.
I physically can't hold both at the same time.
I feel like you could.
I feel like you do
I
not
wrong?
understand what you're asking. There
I
is the bow and then there's the viol. That takes 2 hands.
Whoa,
You
whoa,
must
whoa,
hold
whoa.
the flute
Whoa,
with
whoa.
hands too.
You can pluck. You can pluck. Staccato.
Try again. Different there. It's not physically
God.
possible.
Okay, fine.
I
So
have
then-
to be able to physically do it. I don't have 4 arms like some other people.
If only you did. That'd be really cool. But
That's very disgusting.
no, that'd be I feel like for a bard, that's kind of ridiculously good, actually. Anyways, all right. I didn't think of a backup plan. Hold on. Do they have any like gross cheeses?
Stinky cheese.
Yeah, stinky cheese, perhaps.
Well, there's definitely some cheese kind of in the corner that has been sitting there for who knows how long that people have been ignoring. You know, it's kind of like there's dishes stuck next to it and kind of blocked from view that looks extra moldy and has like dirt and dust on it, and they really should have thrown it away three weeks ago.
Eat that cheese right now.
Eat that cheese.
Eat that cheese.
Is it at the bar?
Yeah, it's kind of like in one of the corners. It's kind of like where there's like mugs and bowls and stuff kind of stuck in it next to it, kind of blocking the view. And he kind of has to dig to kind of find it.
This right here, right over here.
No, I meant like where you're sitting. It's kind of like where they haven't cleaned it up. I don't think there's a graphic for it, but think of it like where this mug is. It's kind of like, you know, sitting there behind the mug, you know, in the shadow, hidden from view. You know, basically something they should have thrown away.
I'll pull it out. And it's just like, you want me to eat the rat trap food?
Yes.
Just brush off the dust bunnies, it'll be fine.
Right, just blow on it, it'll be fine.
As you blow on it, all this dirt and dust just flies into the air.
Yummy.
Sure, it's just seasoning, right? I'm not eating the whole piece of cheese because that's probably like a cheese wheel. I'll take a piece of it.
A spoonful, at least.
Okay.
So you take a bite into it. at least a spoonful, and it's the most rancid, thing you've had possibly ever. And you just like you start, choking and immediately
I
gagging.
never said I was gonna swallow it.
Go ahead and give me a Constitution save.
Alright.
If I kill you, I'm sorry. Actually, I'm not really, but
I'm not gonna
You're gonna
die
have to
from
pay.
that. If anything, I'll just spit up on one of you. Payback from last time.
good point.
Alright.
Hello.
Where it at? Constitution. Save.
I'm actually.
Okay. Yeah, it's rancid. You feel like vomiting it up, but you don't.
Wow. I'm
Let's
impressed.
go.
You
Mystery
choke it-
cheese.
You choke
Mystery
it down.
cheese.
Love me some mystery cheese.
Same.
But like I said, everybody can see that she has this kind of look on her face. She can't help it. It's just like this is the worst thing she's had in a long time. It's like it's really terrible. So Darcy, what do you do?
Don't kill me.
I take the cheese. I put it in the picture. I take the spoon. I chop it all up. I mash it about. I pour my drink and his drink in it, and then I push it towards him, tell him to drink the whole thing. That's the dare.
Well, actually, Tavros
Rude.
is the one who
Rude.
dares me.
Oh. Oh.
No, it's a circle. Whoever's turn it is.
All right. All
Okay,
right.
come on. Say truth. Say truth.
No, that's lame. I'm gonna say dare. I have a feeling I know what the dare is.
Yeah, it's right there.
All right.
Because you can truth out of it, but the next time it's an automatic dare no matter what. So you can skip this and it goes to someone else, but that's your skip.
Nah, it's only fair.
All right, so you chugging it.
Yes.
All right, you gotta chug this alcohol mixed with rancid cheese.
The alcohol
And,
will kill the germs,
As
though, right?
as you're drinking it, you feel this kind of a lump of something go down your throat, and it actually burns as it goes down. Go ahead and give me a Constitution save.
Lovely.
I mean, I'm pretty sure the alcohol will kill the mold, so it balances out.
Exactly.
And so as you drink it, there's these chunks that kind of get stuck in your throat, and before you know what's happening, you're
Wait.
barfing. Which direction are you barfing?
No.
Hold on. Hey, hold on. I need to
No.
bend. I'm bending my watch. I rolled a 14, actually.
Okay. Well, you needed a 15, so you're still barfing.
No.
So which direction are you barfing in?
I'm
Say
gonna
Darcy.
roll the dice. 1 through 2 is Tavros.
No.
3 through 4 is Darcy.
Okay, sure, go for it.
No.
That
All right, Tavros, you got all this cheese and wine barf, hitting your shirt, kind of sticking. You see little chunks of cheese with these little black chunks in there, and these little and moldy chunks, kind of sliding down your pants, and you feel all. You got this cheese smell and alcohol smell mixing together. So what?
Why
do you?
you? Oh,
With bile.
I'm getting mad. Oh, you fucked up. What the fuck, man?
I'm sorry.
I'm a hair away from freaking out right now.
And then a waitress kind of pokes her head in and says, "Is everything all right in here?"
Mm.
Yeah,
We need a
everything's fine.
towel.
Everything's A-okay.
Am I
We're
shaking
we
with
need a
rage in the
towel. If you
corner?
could get a towel, that would be perfect.
Oh, sure, I'll be right back. And then a few minutes later, she comes back with a towel, and hands it. Was there been an accident?
Oh, just a bit of a spill.
All right. She hands the towel to you.
I then, like, toss it over at, McNasty.
Tavros.
Yep.
Here's
There
your
you
towel.
go.
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and pause this real quick because Cyclonin had went to meet someone. So Cyclonin, what are you doing?
All right, I'm going to go ahead and go back to the Halicus of Methena early and go check.
You're having a really weird, like, sounds like your mic is like, like noise gating
Yeah.
or something.
Is this any better?
Yeah, that is better.
Okay, I guess it's just too far away from my mouth.
Okay, you head back over to the Halicus of Methena. It takes you a few minutes to get there, and once you arrive, the person behind the desk kind of looks up and it says, "Well, you are back early. How can I help you?"
There was a slight change of plans. I wish to speak to Clymene again. Is she available?
Oh, of course. Just knock on the door.
Knock, knock.
Yes.
I apologize for being back early, but this is a better time, I think.
Oh, you can come in if you want.
Yes, of course. I'll go ahead and step in and close the door.
Okay. Yeah, she's sitting at a table covered with scrolls, as well as ink and writing implements, and several chairs. And she gestures to a chair, and she kind of sets aside. She seems to be writing something on a scroll, and she kind of sets it aside and puts the writing implements away. And then she looks at you and says, "Okay, what do you want to talk about?"
A couple of things, really. So, as you no doubt recall, there's been a lot of what one might have previously thought to be impossible things happening.
She nods.
Well, this is just the beginning. There is a war coming, a war among the gods. And this is the battlefield of the specific city, but this location in general is where this battle is going to take place. Are you familiar with some of the recent sightings here locally or over at Catanese? Some rumors about a flying man, among other things?
That does sound sort of familiar.
Well, that is yet another thing that sounds difficult to believe, is it not?
Yes.
Well, unfortunately, I would say that is not as impossible as one might claim. As this war, it will seem to appear to start with the champions in conflict, because as I'm certain you are aware, the gods do not all work together in harmony. Some of them have competing goals, which puts them in conflict with one another, which puts their followers in conflict with one another.
Yes, such things have happened.
So, while things seem relatively quiet now, there will soon be more sightings of these champions, and some will be seen protecting others, as we have done for you. Others will be seen causing destruction, such as what was seen over at Catanese. And there is going to be more of these, and before long the gods will make an appearance. I know this does not necessarily sound credible, but keep in mind everything that you have seen so far. So, I do have a request for you, and that is, if you see or hear anything, no matter how outlandish it sounds, in fact, perhaps the more outlandish it sounds, I would appreciate it if you let, my group know. Because these could be other champions, and they may not necessarily have the best interests of the population.
All right. Well, I will keep an eye out and let you know. Where can I find you?
Probably the easiest way to find us would be to contact us at well, his last name escapes me, but are you familiar with Barius? He's a rather prominent figure in town, and
Yes,
his,
yes.
and his nephew Sebastian. We have been staying with them, and they are familiar with us, so you could reach out to us there. If we are not present, feel free to leave a message with him, and we will respond as soon as we are able.
All right then. All right,
So-
I'll do that. Though, hopefully, not too long from now, I will be going to the Valolus ruins if things go well. But I will keep that in mind for the future. And well, I don't know how long it will take before that expedition finally be sent.
Oh, regardless, there is actually a possibility that our travels will take us back that way again. Perhaps we could offer protection for the convoy, and even if not, we have other business in the area, so we will no doubt cross paths again.
Oh. Yeah. It might be interesting. We have yet to explore the place fully, and who knows? There might be stuff buried there, or passages that need to be unsealed, and so on. So there might be more to the place than you know of.
Indeed. So if you do need to leave a message for us, just please visit Barius and tell him that you have a message for the few among the many.
The few among the many. Okay, what does that mean? Well, I know what it means, but what's the significance?
That is our group. We are part of the crowd, yet we stand alone.
All right. I'll try to remember that. Thank you.
Enjoy the rest of your day. All right, I'll go ahead and depart. I guess maybe while the others are talking to Sebastian, maybe I can get some private time at the tavern.
Okay. So, yeah, you'll make your way back up there. So you're specifically not trying to join the group then? 'Cause-
No, I mean if I see them there, I'll probably.
Yeah.
If I see them there, I guess I'll walk over. But the idea was just to get a drink and wait till they're done with Sebastian.
Oh, yeah, when you show up, you're going to see them in that back room. And you'll see them all sitting there. In fact, once you show up, you'll notice that there's Tavros is trying to clean himself up with a towel, and he looks rather mad as you show up. The rest of you will see Cyclonin kind of enter the building and kind of look your direction. So what do you guys do?
This is your business with Sebastian?
No one said it was official. We're having fun. He will be traveling with us soon.
You notice that Tavros stinks like a mix of wine and stinky cheese.
Ah, they do cologne, eh?
I just sit there seething. Clearly shaking with rage.
Absolutely shaking.
Just remember, you have a limited amount of those per day.
Speaking of Jeremy, did you have a chance to look at that roll table I sent you?
I haven't really, but what I think as far as I know, there's some people asking, or there's a person asking for a new spell as well. What I think we're gonna do, at least for now, is stick to the raw for that stuff and for the spells and stuff like that. If you want to theme spells and whatnot, we can definitely talk about that. But just to avoid, the floodgates. So we'll for now.
Okay.
But we can reevaluate in the future.
Gotcha.
Anyway, back to the game. So Tavros is seething. Cyclonin just showed up and noticed this. So go ahead.
Well, I suppose if you are busy vomiting on each other, I will go ahead and go speak with Varius again. I have a quick message for him, and then I will return here. I think the smell has definitely killed my desire for a drink. All right, I excuse myself to go visit with Varius.
Okay, you head back that way.
Mhm.
All right, Cyclonin leaves. So what are the rest of you doing? Oh, actually, let's visit Tyler. He
Well-
said he went to his room. The judge went to the room. So, Judge, what are you doing in the room?
I went to the room so I could ritual cast detect magic, and I was going to come back down 10 minutes later so we can examine to see if there were any listening devices in the place. And I come right back down. I get right here to the stairs, and Judge just kind of sees the smell, watches Cyclonin kind of just stomp off. Just this look on his face goes, perhaps later. He's just gonna go back to his room.
Fair enough.
How rude.
For
How
the
rude.
record, as you were doing that and looking around, you didn't see anything magical.
Okay. But yeah, I'm not gonna be present if we're dealing with puke again.
All right, so Cyclonin is left. Judge showed up and then quickly left. So that leaves the rest of the group. So what are you guys doing now?
Did we see Judge?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was obvious. I walked in and was like, okay, I have an idea, and then just smell and look at you guys, and you just all just kind of look at him, and yeah, he just walks away.
No one wants to play with us. I wonder why. Well, and she's gonna stand up. Since you need a bath and no change of clothes, I think I will find something else to do.
All right,
Sorry.
Darcy, so where are you going?
She's gonna look at Sebastian. It's like, do you know if any plays that are going on right now?
I don't really go and listen to them, so I can't say really. There might be something down in the amphitheater. I think I saw something going on, but it's already in the process. So.
Well, better than staying around, stinky cheese.
Yeah, I guess I can go with you.
I mean, don't feel like you have to. You could always stay with the cheese and
I think I'll go with you.
wine.
And she quickly scooting out, and yeah, that's a good idea. And I need to help you, show you the way. So let's go. And he's practically pulling you out now.
Great, perfect. Have fun being smelly.
All right, so Sebastian and Darcy leave. So that leaves Gizzard and Tavros. You're the only ones there. So what are you doing?
I'm gonna go roll around in a puddle of mud to get this stink off me,
Oh my god, that's not gonna help at all.
and then I stomp out.
All right, you stomp out, and I'm just going to go ahead and move this outside, general. So you go and you stomp out, and you see there is a kind of fountain thing in the center. You know, people are stopping and sitting, and you see some fish swimming in there, and then you see various bits of mud on the ground.
Puddle of mud. That's perfect. I need a puddle of mud.
Okay, so Tavros goes and starts.
The bigger, the better.
Starts rolling around in the mud. You can see people kind of start splitting around where Tavros is, kind of staring at him as they're moving past. You can see whispering as they go by. Gizzard, you hear the word crazy bandied about as they're going by. So what are you doing, Gizzard?
I'm gonna head back to the room and act like this never happened.
All right. Fair enough. So Gizzard heads back to the room, and you'll find Judge there as well. Darcy, you make your way down to. I guess I'll go ahead and move the token down there. You go ahead and make your way down to the amphitheater, and when you get there, you notice, yeah, there's definitely some play going on, and at the moment, there's singing involved. So at the moment, you hear people singing. You see people dressed, some people dressed up as soldiers with spears. They seem to be having a mock fight, and then on either side, you'll have like these generals or something like that that seem to be singing in line as the battle progresses. All right, so some time passes. We'll go ahead and make it 9:30. You have your conversations. Oh, let's do this. So you have your conversations. Judge and Gizzard, what do you guys talk about while you're
You missed out on a fun game.
Game.
Yeah.
Did this game involve mystery?
Mystery cheese.
I thought I could smell something. Anyway, I came back here so I can make sure we could try and ensure our security. Discussion. I had a rather good idea about what to do about this public Enfield. I hate to interrupt the game of puking for, excellent strategy. Yes?
Yeah, I get it. Totally.
So where is Cortez? You look to have the worst
He went outside to look for a pile of mud to roll in.
Oh, he found the mud and he's rolling in it now. Tell him that.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. He found mud to roll in.
Just a big sigh for the judge. Did you forget you can come as me? I can clean you.
I did not dare talk to him.
I'm sincerely hoping he does not get arrested as an insane person. Until the rest of our party discuss with everybody.
We'll see. I cannot guarantee any of that.
So we'll go back to Cyclonin real quick. So Cyclonin, you went to go speak to Varius, and you were let in, of course. And then he asked you, "What do you need?" We spoke not too long ago.
I had a question for you, perhaps more than one, but also a little follow-up request. So we are trying to collect information, not just about the issue that is affecting your family, but about some of the other strange goings on in the community. If you receive any message for the few among the many, please accept that message and deliver it to us.
I see. The few among the many. What does that refer to?
It refers to us, the group. We are just one of many people here, but we do stand alone.
I see. Well, I can certainly hold any messages for you until you return. Did you wish to speak about anything else?
Yes, regarding the incident that essentially cleared Sebastian's name, in particular the imposter. What is your opinion of the idea of someone appearing to magically disguise themselves as someone else?
It reminds me of some of the dark times we've had in the past. I was young, there was a champion. Without going into too many details, I can just say that that champion could fight and take out many soldiers by himself. He was quite powerful. He could perform miracles. Yet the power the gods had invested in the power. And unfortunately, this particular god, well, let's just say that their motivations weren't in our best interest. Ultimately, he was defeated by another champion. But it is difficult memories. They are difficult. That hasn't happened for a long time. I was young. But that is what I remember.
The very astute observation. I have reason to believe at such times in the game. But you mentioned just one champion versus another.
Yes.
I have a strong suspicion that this is going to be at least. There have been similar strange sightings at these. Are you familiar with an invisible man, or that invisible flying man? Has been reported in the area.
I've heard such rumors, but never substantiated.
There were also some reports of some rather dramatic destruction, things that are not normally easily achieved by one. Anyway, many of these reports, as improbable as they may seem, may in fact have some basis in fact. And we are trying to investigate these. So any information along those lines that you discover would be greatly appreciated. Because I have a feeling that whatever happens, the people of this community, this entire island, perhaps this entire world, would get caught in the crossfire. And someone needs to watch out for us common folk.
He kind of looks at you If I am a skilled swordsman. I was once a soldier. I did rather well. But I suspect that if I were to fight you in a duel, I would lose hand. Is that true?
I do not know that I would want to put that to a test.
Well, nor would I, but I suspect that, given the way you speak and what you seem to know, that there is more to you than, well, perhaps well. I suspect that several people could fight you, and we would all lose.
Well, I would not wish to I do not wish to overestimate my abilities. I prefer to focus on my motivations. And whether I must die in the process, the fact of the matter is I want to make sure that as many people are safe as possible. And anything that can be done is worth putting my life on the line for.
If you have the power to stand up against these forces, not really your life away needs your power to keep.
It's true enough, I suppose. Well, it is an uncertain future. Many things could happen. But as before, any information you can have you have about that would be most valuable, even if I am unable to take advantage of it on my own. There are others, my group in particular, would also wish to watch out for the welfare of the populace. It would be nice to make sure that out of any sort of bodily conflict, everybody comes out on the other side intact.
He nods. He looks at you for a moment and says, you seem awfully... You seem to suggest often that perhaps you won't be there, or perhaps you will die. You have a death wish.
I would not say that I have a death wish, but I have experienced many failures in my day. I have tried very hard over the years to protect the people in my care, and I have not always succeeded. Every single one who has fallen under my watch is a weight that rests on my shoulders. I will not ever forget the sacrifices those people made, or my failure to protect them.
Perhaps, if you were dead, this would have no
Well, knowing my circumstances, I would probably fail even at that.
I've seen men given up on and ultimately they've given up on living. Eventually, they will. But nonetheless, I will need your weapons. Return to, if you wish to hear whatever messages I receive. How much do you expect? How many messages do you think are likely to show up?
I do not know. I expect at most maybe one or two for the time being. If this goes as I expect, the situation escalates, well, then I imagine the circumstances will change. But I am sure that you will not be in any danger of receiving multiple bags of mail on your doorstep on a daily basis.
I am glad to help, but I am still a busy man.
We will probably know we have some travels lined up here soon, but nothing that I expect to keep us away for much more than a week. So, perhaps we will share some drinks again in the near future.
Hopefully you will be alive then.
Alright, well, I tip my hat to you. I'd have to find the others before they become too bad an influence on Sebastian.
Alright. In the meantime, we'll move over to Darcy and Sebastian, who have been sitting and watching the play. A lot of singing and pretend fighting. And Darcy, you've seen what real battle is like. This is obviously exaggerated and for show. But while this is happening, is there anything you're talking to Sebastian?
Yeah, you know what? While the show's going on, I'm partially paying attention. I assume this is probably some either legend of a battle or a colorful retelling of an actual battle.
It could be either of those, but yeah, something along those lines.
And she's going to look at Sebastian and ask, "So, have you given any more thought to what you wish to do with your life?"
Well, I'm not sure. I suspect I will need to but I do find that traveling with you, with everybody, that I do wish to see more of the world.
If you could, would you remain a traveler of the world?
I don't know how I'll feel in the future, but for now.
While we were gone, did you and your uncle practice sparring at all?
Yeah, he tried to really hammer in the lessons. He kept trying to get me to use a rapier. He thought it would be a better weapon for me because it's lighter, fits better with I think one of your friends suggested that.
Yes, Judge.
Anyway, yeah, so I did practice for a bit. Obviously, practice only gets you so far. Fighting for real is always different. But it's improved my skills somewhat at least.
That's good to hear. Because you might need them if we are to be traveling. Things are going to be getting a little more dangerous now.
More dangerous? They're already dangerous enough, from what I remember.
Well, true, but that's just the dangers of the road in general. You never know what is out in the jungle, or could be waiting on the roads, bandits, like creatures.
Yeah. That's true.
What I'm talking about is specifically a group similar to us that is seeking to do harm.
Okay. Does this have to do with the with what happened with my family and that monster?
Yes. But it's also bigger than that. You are unfortunately wrapped up in it. More than I anticipated. But here we are.
Why me?
So-
Why? I mean, these people. I mean, they care about my family. I don't think they care about this specifically.
No, you specifically, no, you don't have the direct power as your family in general has, but you can be used against them very easily.
I suppose that's true.
So it would be best
do
if
about
you
that?
stay with us. Stay with us, get stronger, be wise, and be prepared to see things you think to be only in myth.
All right.
It will make sense later.
Well, I do know that you guys seem to be more capable than the bandits and other people. So there's definitely something.
How many people are around
Oh, this is
us?
crowded. There's like people everywhere.
Do any of them seem to be like paying attention to us, or are they just busy staring at the theatrics?
They seem to be looking at the theatrics, but go ahead and give me a perception check.
Let's see. Oh gosh, where'd it go? Page, why won't you load?
are, like I said, paying attention to the theatrics. But there's a couple of people, one in particular, maybe 4 seats back, that seems to be staring at Sebastian. It seems to be a girl or a woman, roughly Sebastian's age.
Does she look at him like she recognizes him, or is it like a look of plotting or thinking?
She definitely recognizes him. If you want more details, you can do an insight.
Inciting. No, well, that's awful.
She definitely recognizes him. That's about all you know.
How much longer for this play? Does it look like it's getting near the end since we did come in like in the middle of it?
You suspect that it's probably close to another act, but you can tell, you know, that this is kind of like the big combat climax or whatever. But there's probably another act after, so probably another half an hour.
All right. You know what? This plays bombs anyways. Before I go any further, let's go somewhere less crowded and with less theatrics. As she kind of motions at the silly, dramatic, fake fight.
Okay. He's like, okay. Where do you want to go?
I don't know. We shall find a place, and when I know, I will know.
Okay, I'll just follow you.
All right, I'm gonna find somewhere that's not populated by everybody.
Okay, you can just move the token to wherever you want to go.
Is there a little tiny wooded spot not in the bleachers?
Well, these bleachers are basically stone, so there's no under them.
Yeah.
You would have to go through the streets and find something that looks secluded.
Hope we don't get mugged. That would be fun, wouldn't it?
Yeah, so like, you know, this seems to be kind of like the back of some houses, for example.
There
you can kind of go, you know, under the roof over here, or you can keep looking.
As long as no one's telling us to get out, or there's not like people taking a smoke break back there.
You don't see anybody right now, at least.
All right. Sweeping for people following and or around who don't need to be listening in.
Okay, so we'll go ahead and keep with your other perception check for now. So with that, we'll say that you don't see anybody.
Okay. This is good enough.
Okay.
Like I was saying.
It's quieter, at least.
Oh, definitely. And there's also not people listening in who don't need to.
Okay.
Oh,
he sits on a
champion.
box. All right. What do you want to talk about? I mean, or what else? Or are we just relaxing for a while?
This is a serious conversation. You know of champions, yes?
Yes. I've never seen. Well, at least I don't think I've seen one in real life, but I've heard of them. Barrius, my uncle, says that he's seen one, or two actually, in his life.
You know we can do things that normal people can't.
Yeah. So, are you a champion?
In a
I thought
way.
we already told them that.
I think we kind of hinted it at it, but we never went out and said, yes, we are the best of the best.
You cast Cure Wounds on his leg. I mean, he saw us do
Yeah,
some
that's
magic.
true. So, yeah, so he's like, you know, you see the light in his eyes, and it's like, oh, well, that makes sense. Are you all champions? Or just you?
We are all champions in our own way.
Okay. The stories I've heard, it was usually like 1 or 2 champions. Why so many? Why are you all traveling together?
There is a disturbance with the goats.
Are you fighting
A
against...
war, you might say.
Oh. And have you fought other champions?
No, but we have been challenged by some.
And is there as many of them as there are you?
Yes, and more. We've only met, well, we've only heard of a few, and we have just been challenged by some. These are the people I'm speaking of that might make things harder.
Okay. Well, if you really are champions, then there's nothing I could do to them.
Of course not, which is why you need to be aware. If any groups come after us while on the road, and they seem to be doing inhuman feats, you need to stay far away from them. These are also the same people who were targeting your family.
Oh. And that's why that person... that actually makes a lot of sense. So what do they want with us? We can't do anything to them.
No, but you can do things for them. They could use you, your father's political power, resources, things of the like.
Oh, it always comes down to that, doesn't it?
Great soul, power is power.
All right. Well, I heard a story once. This might be ridiculous, so just let me know. But that a long time ago, there was this champion that was traveling with some regular people, and one of those people, friends of his, I guess, had been killed, and supposedly the champion had called on the power of the gods and returned him to life. If I die, can you do that for me?
If I have the power available and the materials, I can. But it is not so easy.
But it is possible, you say.
It is possible.
Okay. All right. Well, what do you want me to do then?
I want you to try to stay alive for the most part,
Oh,
most important part.
okay. Yeah. I'll do everything I can to stay alive. I don't want to die. That's why I asked about the whole power thing.
And if you are able, one thing that is imperative I should have in case death would happen, I would need a very valuable diamond.
Okay. Like how valuable?
Isn't it like 300 gold or something?
300 Mithna for Revivify.
Okay. 300 Mithna.
Ooh. I can see what I can do. I don't have one of those in my possession, obviously, but I can.
I
maybe
wouldn't
get
think
one.
so.
I can possibly get one though.
That would be very wise of you, considering you will be traveling with us.
Okay. Well, maybe I should go and try to figure out how to do that then. When are you
Your
leaving?
uncle might should know.
Oh,
I think didn't the group agree in like a day or two?
I thought it was resting for the night and then heading to
Yeah.
the Oracle on the shopping
Yeah.
trip.
So
yeah,
we're
once-
probably leaving tomorrow, the next day, like
Yep.
midday.
Tomorrow morning.
Oh, tomorrow morning.
That's what I thought. Yeah. We just had
We
today
mu-
to rest, and then
We might
do
need
whatever.
more than that if he's going to get a diamond. Who knows?
Well, if we have to delay, a diamond is definitely very helpful.
I believe we were supposed to leave tomorrow morning, but we can delay.
all right. Well, I'll go home and see what I can do then.
We'll do that.
So Sebastian kind of says his goodbyes and kind of heads off. All right, so Cyclonin had his conversation. You had yours. So Judge and we're gonna go back to Tavros. So Tavros, you've been you rolled around in the mud. Everybody's avoiding you like the plague. And at some point, you hear a guard kind of walks up after you're thoroughly covered in the stuff.
Yeah.
And he looks down. Do you need help? Are you
Hello.
okay?
Yes. Well, you see, I got thrown up on, so I had to cover up the smell.
I see. Very
Yeah.
well. How much more time do you need to roll around in the mud?
I think I'm good. Smell me. Do I still smell like vomit?
No, you smell like mud.
All right. Well, then I think I'm good.
Very well. Where are you staying?
Oh, I point.
Uh,
We're here.
all right then. There's a door over there where you can get direct access to your rooms. Might I suggest you sleep it off?
I mean, yeah, I'll go wash up, I guess.
All right.
I'll go inside.
So you go inside and probably make your way up to your rooms, and Judge and Gizzard, you're probably talking as Tavros shows up, and as he kind of comes in, you see Tavros is just covered in mud. His front's covered in mud, his back's covered in mud. He's probably got some mud in his hair, on his pants. He no longer smells like vomit. He smells like dirty mud. So what do you guys say?
You could have just come here straight away. That's even worse. And he
Why?
just kind of wiggles his finger at you and casts prestidigitation clean.
No,
A
thank
couple
you.
of times.
Much better. I didn't know you were up here. I forgot. I had to get the vomit off, you know. It was just too much. So you guys worried about tomorrow?
No, I think I'm having a pretty good plan. But
That's good.
I came down to tell everybody the plan, and you were in the middle of puking on each other, so I figured,
So what's the plan?
maybe not the time.
What's the plan, Dan?
Perhaps when everybody gets here, I can explain in full. But, and Judge kind of looks around. You said that when he had the magic detection up, there was no magical scrying.
Yeah, you
sensors.
still don't see any magic other than your own equipment yourselves.
Remember the nymphs?
Yeah.
Perhaps they can help us.
Why would they do that?
Because we pissed them off. I can explain everything much better once everybody gets here. I think we could wait.
No.
Okay, so Cyclonin and Darcy, once you're done with your conversations, do you head back to the room, or are you doing something else?
I was
To
gonna
the
look for them
room.
I was gonna look for them in the common area.
Okay, so you show up and you see they're not there. Although, as you're coming by, you do hear people talking about some crazy person rolling around in the mud who recently went into the inn.
Well, that could be anybody. I'm gonna go over to the barkeep. You wouldn't happen to have seen where my companions left off to, have you?
As far as I can tell, they went upstairs.
Thank you. I guess I'll go ahead and pay a Mithna and get a drink.
Okay. So you have a drink. I'm assuming you're gonna use some alone time now.
Oh, I'm gonna go upstairs and check the rooms. I don't know how many we actually have.
Okay, yeah. So you know where the rooms are. So yeah, you find everybody in their rooms.
Alrighty.
Okay, so at this point in time, Judge and Gizzard, Tavros has already arrived, and you see Darcy and Cyclonen now arriving. We're gonna assume Conglomerate's also there, even though he looks like he has a faraway look on his face. So, what do you guys talk about?
I'm sorry for barfing on you,
It's okay.
Tavros.
Oh yeah, you noticed that. Oh wait, no, you used prestidigitation. Never mind. All right, so go ahead.
I feel like there'd be a mud trail where he walked in, though.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
So yeah, you as you were coming in, you noticed a trail of mud that led from outside all the way up to into the room.
Wow.
So, how is Sebastian doing?
He's taking it relatively well. He is going to try to find himself a diamond of worth, just as a precaution.
Excellent. That's a good idea. Can he use a sword? Perhaps have some studded leather armor?
I thought we already got him all that.
I think we got him armor, but I'm
I
still
thought we
asking
got
if he
him
can use.
because he was
Yes,
wearing it whenever we last were with him. Because we were like, we're going adventuring, and then he had to get all adventurer stuff.
Well, he might have a sword, but can he use it? So that was mostly
He's
asking.
trained on it. I mean, we can test him ourselves. So I think that'd be rather unfair.
Okay. Well, just thought I'd ask. Waiting.
Yeah, you
Noticing that
saw
he did
when you
not.
were in Sebastian's in the villa, you saw Sebastian wearing a rapier.
Okay.
My.
I think
All
that
he
would be
needed for
fun,
the
though.
session.
Right, that's all he needed.
Okay.
That would be a bonding moment, though. Let's all beat up on the human.
I do not know if I can stay in this town for another entire day.
And why is that?
Well,
Hello, can we hear me now?
Yes.
now you're coming through.
Sorry about that.
I wish to speak with the Oracle, and I do not want to delay my departure for that. I am thinking about heading out today and just meeting the rest of you there.
Is that wise, knowing what could be waiting out for you?
I think
do
it
not
would be
need-
very wise, because if I leave and all of a sudden I turn up dead, well, you will know. And if I did that, then that means that, well, A, someone capable of overpowering me, which could be that Pantheon, and B, if they do that, that is without consideration that the rest of us are not there and would have time to detect these and regroup. So think of me as a canary in the coal mine.
Yeah, I do not like this. You like to throw yourself out there as a canary. You cannot be the canary all the time. Sometimes you
I
must
don't like
actually
any of you
stand
being the
up.
sacrificial lamb.
And yet,
How long was Sebastian going to take? I didn't hear that part. How long was Sebastian going to take to get this diamond? Can we not leave together?
I don't know. He is doing his best.
Okay.
If we must, I'm sure I can help him supplement. His family has wealth. I'm sure it shouldn't take long. He has the resources.
Well, I had an idea. I was
Go ahead.
going through the Bellathrace and looking upon the old legends. Well, I found a list of several spells that could very well help us greatly in tackling this pantheon. So I'd come up with an idea. First, I am thinking it best if we can very quickly get to the Oracle. I have the tribute that she had asked, and if I can get access to their magic library, I believe I can get a spell called Non-Detection. And with that spell, we should be able to travel unhindered and undetected, obviously, as we try and go about our business. Anyway, thinking about it, the magic pond, our dear friend Sebastian got his canon event. They're still there. And they were still pretty strong the last time I checked. So a thought I'd come up with. We can get to the Oracle. I can learn this spell of non-detection. Perhaps a few others if there is time. And then we can start spreading the false. I mean, the Punk Pantheon knows where we are. He's got the way of following us and can find us. So we can leave some false hints that we are going to the magic pond to get a weapon of power, because we do not believe we can yet defeat them. But if we get this weapon of power, then of course we can. You know, something very, very juicy. I'm sure, Darcy, you could come up with much better, juicier details. Anyway, we tell them that, or we let it slip that we are heading to the magic pond and that the weapon is in the cave behind it. We then rush to the magic pond and, hiding under non-detection with full ghillie suits and camouflage, we wait for them to get there first. I mean, would you let somebody you don't like gain a weapon of power that they think can be used to defeat you? No. So they will show up trying to get the item first or stop us before we get the item. And then they will walk right into the nymphs, who are already pretty pissed off at Gudlings. And not only that, if you remember, we were not allowed to go into the cave in the back. So if they just march right on in, saying, hey, we want the weapon, then they will have to fight the nymphs first. Whether they kill the nymphs or whether the nymphs soften them up and make them run away, we hiding outside will be able to be at their back and catch them in a pincer maneuver, completely destroying the Punk Pantheon before they have a chance to be getting away. And if they did not kill off the nymphs, then they've softened the nymphs up for us, or we can just make our own getaway after we make sure that the Punk Pantheon is gone. You think very clever, yes?
well, they are not exactly tactical guides, but there are plenty of children's stories that have spoken of heroes attempting to obtain things, only to have them snatched away at the last minute, as the evil group lets the good group sacrifice all their efforts, and then the evil ones swoop in, with the good guys effectively weakened. What is to stop the rival Pantheon for using us the same way, expecting us to fight to the artifact, and then they swoop in after we have killed everything, and then they can take the thing without putting themselves in any danger?
There are two differences. The first difference is these are godlike artifacts. They attune to us. If one of us were to obtain the artifact and attune to it, it would essentially be lost to them. They could not just take it from you, just as they cannot take your armor off your body when you die. So it is in their best interest to prevent us from ever getting a hold of it. The second part is, in this particular case, we are encouraging them through more colorful rumor. Again, Darcy, I'm sure you can do great, to go into the cave first, and we will be at their back. They will show up, and under the guise of non-detection plus camouflage, we should be relatively unknown. They will not be able to detect us at all, thinking that they had arrived first. They should, if they were smart, I mean, even stupid smart, want to get the artifact before we can, because once we get it, we can absorb its power, and it is part of us now, and they can do nothing about it. The only way they can
But
stop
if
it
they-
is if they get it.
But if they have had experience with even one, then they will know that it takes an hour for this to happen. So they would only have to watch us go into the cave and follow closely behind, and as long as
You're
they do not
assuming-
wait an hour.
Are you assuming that they get there first and watch us show up? I don't understand.
Well, if they do not get there first, they will see that the enemies inside have not been defeated and potentially could wait for us to go in so that they can follow behind us.
Well, if they decide to wait after us trying to pull the same maneuver we do, we can simply attack them. It will be in a place of our choosing, and we will have the drop on them.
Well, there is that. That's probably the best part of the plan. But I do not think that they will fall for the luring inside, even if they otherwise come to believe it. The circumstances at the site will not encourage them to fight the nymphs.
But the nymphs are already very pissed off at Godlings. I figured they would attack first.
They are more pissed off at us than they are at any strangers, so we wouldn't want to fight too close lest they decide to go ahead and help this other pantheon.
That is true. But still, it's a good place and a good idea. And if they do happen to walk into the cave rather brazenly, then fighting the nymphs would definitely help us by softening them up.
What do the others think?
I think so far this is a decent enough plan. We cannot have the perfect plan because there is no such thing as perfect plan, because there is always a if, but, what if, so on and so forth. And also, we have yet to even meet any of these individuals. And we've heard rumors, so there's no telling how cunning and thoughtful they are, though they do seem to have some subterfuge. So, for now, I think this is decent enough to go on. Perhaps whenever we get to the Oracle, she can tell us more about this other pantheon. Maybe after that, we can change the plan then. This is the best we've got so far.
Tavros and Gizzard, do you have anything to add?
Not
No.
particularly. I don't see a way of improving the plan. Seems like a good idea to me.
And Tavros, you were saying something?
Yeah, I agree.
Another potential concern, however potentially unlikely, is the fact that Sebastian already does have a history with these nymphs. And we do know that this pantheon is conspiring against Sebastian and his family. We might want to find out how he found out about these nymphs, because there is a possibility that maybe they were intended to be lured there.
Well, we can ask him on the way to the Oracle. But, yeah.
I think that would be a good idea.
Well, we also need to, perhaps, adjust him a little bit more. Miss Darcy, I do not know, how far your, conversation with, Sebastian went. But, should we start fighting in the middle of the forest with him around? We will all become our actual godling of it ourselves.
He thinks we are champions.
Will he be ready for slightly larger friends?
Maybe if they are still, for the most part, humanoids. So I doubt a bull-headed creature, a giant talking cat, and a bug is the best thing to start off with.
Well, that is fine. We just didn't know how far you had gotten, if we must still be doing this.
He has never seen me in my true form.
All right.
We can remedy that when we are on the road.
When is Sebastian supposed to meet with us? But where did he go?
He went to his family. He has to procure the diamond in case worse should happen.
He will truly be investing in his own future.
Anything else we need to discuss?
I think this is the best plan we have at the moment, and if we can use the nymphs against the punk pantheon, it would be very helpful. But first, we must get to the Oracle, and at least this one spell of non-detection would be extremely helpful in preventing the pantheon from coming after us when we are least ready for them.
Who shall we leave the hint to? Shall we just speak a bit out loud anywhere and everywhere and hope that they hear about it?
Well, first we must be getting to the Oracle, and the one spell we need. I do not know how long that will take. Once we have that, then yes, we will definitely be spreading the rumor as best we can. I'm sure you will know best. Being a great muse, you have a very sly concept of how networking and word of mouth works.
I am simply giving options in case you have people in mind.
I do not. I really don't know. I was leaving it to your expertise.
Oh. Don't we, aren't we missing some supplies?
I did leave a large pile of rations. We have a few. Do we need to carry that many more? We can pick them up.
That would be best. If we don't eat them ourselves, then we have others who might need food, or we could use it to perhaps barter with local wildlife.
Excellent. Any shopping? And I might be asking, depending on how the library works, I might be asking to borrow some money if it's expensive, and I'm sure I can pay all of you back, but I do not know how much it will cost once we get to the library at the Oracle.
I suppose we will deal with that once we get there.
All right.
Wait a moment. We are forgetting something. We have yet to pick up payment.
Oh, yes, that is to be later today. Was it?
It's currently 10:10 in the morning. You were told to come around 3. You can fast forward time if you so wish.
Anybody want to do
Perhaps we
anything?
should do that.
You know what? I want to go see if I'm gonna give it a second, and I'm gonna go. I guess I'll give it like an hour and go see if how well Sebastian's doing with being like, I need an expensive diamond for reasons.
Okay, so you want to wait an hour and then head off?
Yeah, just to give him a second to try to convince, and then she's gonna probably look to Judge and maybe even Cyclonen to be like, hey, I don't know how well the diamond quest is going. Perhaps we need to help convince his family for such a expensive investment.
Sure. It would be possibly amusing. They might have a nice bottle of wine there too, if you were so interested.
Do you?
We just need to make a slight detour first. I'm going to pick up a few rations. So we can swing through the marketplace first.
That is fine. We need to do that anyway.
All right. You guys should be outside, so you guys can move to where you want to go. I'm assuming you're still moving as a group.
Is the Yeah, probably. Is the marketplace over where the tents are?
Yeah, it's down. It's down to the south. You've been through it. The Agora. You've been through it
Oh,
multiple times.
the other. Yeah. I was looking at the other tents there, but yeah, that works too.
All right. So yeah, you show up at the Agora and you start looking around for travel rations, and you find travel rations ranging anywhere from 3 silver mithna to 5 silver mithna, depending on the quality you're looking for and how tasty they are. That would be per person per day.
Are silver mitha half or small?
Sorry, I meant to say
There's
the equivalent of silver mithna.
So at the 5 silvers, it'd be 1 regular mithna for 2 rations.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna buy 4 rations total at that higher price.
Okay. Yeah, definitely the higher price rations definitely look tasty. Anybody else buying rations?
Yeah, let's get some beef jerky and crackers.
All right. So where in the range between 3 and 5 small are you hitting? 3 is low quality. 5 is high quality. 4
No,
is
you know.
low. Okay. Alright, so go ahead and add that. Anybody else?
I've got plenty.
Go ahead.
I just said that I have plenty of them.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright, so yeah, you guys spend a while in there. We'll make that a part of the hour, though, because you said you're going to wait an hour anyway, so
Yes.
you can continue on. And as you traveling, you see, still crowds in the streets. People walking to and fro. You see a couple of guards, going to the guards tower, and eventually you arrive at Sebastian's place. And the servant comes up and he says, "Do you wish to speak to Sebastian or Barius? I'm afraid Barius is indisposed at the moment. He had to go and speak to the Archon, but Sebastian's here."
Sure.
All right, they'll let you in, and you see Sebastian lounging, lounging out in the sun. So what do you do?
Sunbathing, huh? Someone doesn't feel like he's in a hurry.
Oh, as you come up, he's like, "Oh, hi guys." And he rifles around in his pack, and you see him quickly hold up a fairly decent sized diamond, and then he shoves it back in.
Is it what we need?
You have to kind of assess it. Go ahead and give me a Arcana check.
Oh God.
Can I help her with that, or can
Yes,
you
please,
can
because that is
definitely
not something I do. Let me see. Where's my Arcana at? It's not terrible.
Do you want to help me, or do you want me to help you?
I mean, mine's +3. What's yours?
+8.
Yeah, you better look at that. I give you
Okay,
inspiration.
Oh, inspiration. I'll get inspiration as well. Hold on.
Yeah. Get a roll
What's
a
inspiration? A D8?
No, it's D6.
Okay.
I think it's a D6, or did it go up?
I think it should be D8 for level 7. I don't know. I'll roll a D6 for now, but if you want to go ahead and check that.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, so with
21.
that roll, you can easily tell. I mean, it's probably worth like 310 Mithna or whatever, but it's at the lower end, but it's definitely good enough.
Oh yeah, it's good enough. It should work fine.
Yeah, I spoke to my
Yeah, it's a D8.
parents, and or not my parents. Sorry, I spoke to my uncle and his wife, and Barrios seemed he just nodded like he I kind of explained that it would help you guys keep me alive, and he just nodded like he knew what I was talking about. It was really weird. But anyway, I have to pay him back. He said I need to learn the value of money and all that, but he's willing to let me use it just in case.
Understandable.
That sounds like a good policy. And you are very quick at it. I was impressed. We were worried that you might take a few days. We can set off in the morning.
Well,
I'm
I'm gonna admit something. When it comes to some things, like paperwork or lessons on oration or history lessons and stuff, I admit I procrastinate a little bit. But when it comes to not dying, I'm less willing to procrastinate.
For that, I am grateful. Let us hope you will not need those instincts. But I am grateful that you have them.
Darcy is going to kind of like nudge at Judge and say in Celestial, to pass the time, perhaps you would like to see how well his skills at the blade have gotten.
An excellent idea.
I have a
It's
different
11 now?
idea.
Well, okay, what is your idea?
Sebastian. Yeah, I think it is important to understand how you can how you handle stress.
Okay.
We need a quiet place for this. Can we go to your room?
Okay. He goes to his room.
All right. So I'm gonna take him with. Is there like a window or something?
Yeah, his room has a window.
All right. I'm gonna go ahead and just walk over the window, have him, stand near me, and I want you to look at the door. What do you see?
You want me to look at the door?
Yes.
I see a door.
My echo appears at the door.
It's a ghost.
He
He starts like fumbling at his weapon. Do swords even work on ghosts?
Try to attack it.
he kind of pulls the sword out, and as he's pulling it out, his scabbard, his belt kind of falls off, and his scabbard hits the ground, and he's holding his sword shakily, and he's like, "What do I do?"
Just go forward. Attack it. Do what you can.
All right, he's gonna go, and he's going to attack it. He gets a 15.
That misses.
He is. And it's like, okay, and he tries to attack it again.
Yep.
And it's even worse. And it's like, I can't hit it.
All right. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm not trying to do damage here, so this is basically gonna be an unarmed attack. I'm basically just gonna backhand him with the echo.
Okay, go ahead and make a melee attack.
All right. Oh jeez. Let's see. That's
Actually, it's just a melee, right? So it would be your proficiency plus your strength modifier.
All right. Proficiency plus strength. Okay. So. Oh, what the heck? I'm not even gonna try that hard. Oh, this will let me add the +3, I think. +3. There we go. Oh, jeez, easily tapping.
Whack! Sebastian flies across the room.
Get back up. Fight it. Do not let it win.
He kind of stands up shakily. Oh, I can't fight that thing.
You must.
Okay, he kind of runs up and he just tries to stab it.
All right.
And he kind of just flails nearby and kind of runs past it and hits the other wall.
It was a good swing. Attempt again.
Okay, he picks himself up and tries to attack. With a 17.
All right, that just hits the echo.
Okay, so he stabs it. I guess I can roll damage, see what he does.
Yeah, he'll do at least.
He does
one.
10 points of damage.
Ooh, that is an excellent strike as the echo disappears.
I won? I thought it was gonna kill me.
No. But, and I'm assuming he's still looking in the direction of the echo.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go ahead, walk up behind him, pivot around so that I'm now blocking the door. But that is not the only stress you have to be prepared for. Turn around.
Okay, he turns around.
I mean, I used my, friggin' echo stuff, so I had to have changed into a god form at this point.
Then you hear him scream, and then kind of back up. Where did Cyclone, or actually, what have you been calling yourself around him?
Gato?
Elgato. Where did Elgato go? It's a monster. He's just, help! 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 And then at some point, you see his wife, Barris's wife, Onone, kind of come out of the room and starts running. I'm coming! You hear that, and then you hear a servant come running. Hold on, master!
All right, this is what I kind of expect.
So they're all running toward the room, so what do you do?
All right, I am going to summon my... Actually, let's see. Let me go see where the compound is. Okay, so his room's kind of on the edge there.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with. Okay, so what I'm going to do then is I'm going to go ahead and summon the echo outside the window and swap places with it, dismiss the echo, and then go hide in these plants over here just to rest for a while and change back to normal
Okay,
form.
so you go hide, and then the wife and the servant show up, and you can hear Sebastian shrill voice. From that distance, you can't really make out what he's saying, but you can probably imagine it. In the meantime, what's everybody else doing? You saw Cyclonen go off and Sebastian go off. Then you heard a bunch of yelling. You heard Sebastian yelling. You heard people running toward his rooms. And doors slam. So what are the rest of you doing?
Probably see what he's yelling about. At least Darcy is, because she's like, oh no. Because she has an idea of what might have happened.
So by the time you get there, you see Sebastian sitting on the floor. You see his belt and scabbard in one side of the room. His sword, his rapier's on the ground next to him. Then you see the mother and servant kind of talking to Sebastian. You hear Sebastian's like, Gato was here, and then all of a sudden I turned around, and this beast, this vile beast was there, and it was gonna kill me. And then I started yelling, and then it disappeared, and it goes on and on.
Oh, I go pick up Sebastian's belt and scabbard and walk over and very gently take the rapier and put it in there and just kind of set it to the side and just kind of pat him on the back of the head, looking towards Darcy. What do you say to such a child? No, not out loud, but that was the kind of the look he's given her.
All right, and as you're doing that, I guess it would be an aunt. I call it the mother, but she meant the aunt. She kind of looks towards you, and he says, "Well, it seems like the boy is rather distraught. So, perhaps you can come back and talk to him more later once he's had time to calm down. Varia should be back by then."
I think I can help with calming him a lot faster than leaving him in such a frazzled state. Besides, as you know, we are used to dealing with beasts.
I suppose that's true. All right then. She looks at Sebastian. Sebastian, will you be okay with them? And he nods. All right then. Well, leave them alone then. And then she leaves, and the servant leaves as well.
Alrighty.
Sebastian is looking up. Well, at least you can protect me if the beast comes back.
Yes, of course. Would counter charm work on him? Even though there's not really... There's more of his own frenzy working himself up.
What does counter charm do?
You gain the ability to use magical notes or word of power to disrupt mind-influencing effects.
I think that's meant to be like other magical influences or that kind of thing. I don't think it applies to this kind of thing.
It does say during that time, you and any friendly creatures within 20 feet have advantage on the saving throws when feeling frightened or charmed. Must be able to hear you gain this benefit. I don't know.
I would say if you do it, then you would get advantage with whatever rolls, but it doesn't directly do anything. If that makes sense.
Okay. Yeah.
So yeah, he just seems to be, frazzled and sitting on the ground, and then eventually he kind of shakes his head and kind of looks at you, and he says, I'm sorry. I think you said I was supposed to be able to protect myself, right? But you don't understand. It ate El Gato. He's dead now. I mean, he was there, and it had his voice, so it took his voice from him.
I do not think El Gato is in too terribly much danger at the moment.
I mean, I doubt he would be defeated so easily. Also, there is no blood. There is no body. I doubt he has been eaten.
Oh, you got a point. and the creature's gone. It just disappeared. I'm so confused. So he sits down on his bed and then puts down, kind of just like looks for his sword. It's like, I know. Elgato, there was this ghost that appeared that looked like the monster. So I bet the ghost did something to my mind when I was fighting it and made me see the monster. Maybe that's what happened. Do you think that's what happened?
Darcy's gonna look up at Judge and say in Celestial, do you think now, since the band-aid has been ripped off a little early?
Well, I suppose. Give him one drink first, but not more.
Of
And
course.
as I say that, I move over to his door and close it, making sure no one can.
Oh, you went quiet.
You move over to, and then nothing.
Oh, I move over to the door and make sure to shut it so that no one can see.
Okay, so we're going to pause there real quick. Meanwhile, Cyclonin, I would say with all the running and panic and everything, it's probably been about 10 minutes. So you changed form, and you kind of made your way around to the front door, and the servant was there. The servant looked kind of shaken. She's like, didn't you already come in? I don't even know anymore. Okay, just come in. And the servant lets you in. A woman this time. And she closes the door behind you. He's in his room. And then she just kind of goes off, kind of in a daze.
Yeah. He was quite panicky. I was trying to check to see what he was going on about, but I saw nothing.
Okay. Alright, so once you get let in, what do you do?
Alright, I'll go ahead and walk in.
You're gonna what?
I'll go into the room where the others are.
Okay, so you show up, and just as you show up, you see Judge closing the door.
If you would hold up for a moment, please.
Okay, and Judge?
Okay.
Okay.
I'll
Okay.
see him.
Go ahead and step in.
Alright, so now you three are together, and he looks up and says, "Oh, you're not dead. So it really was the ghost that made me think that you disappeared and were replaced by that monster."
I didn't ask a ghost to do that. Well,
We are keeping go there.
what was that?
She's basically trying to be like, we're getting there. She's giving you the look of like, really? you had to do this here?
Well, you know, Sebastian, you did manage to hold your own reasonably well there. Some of your sword maneuvers were pretty good, and when you landed that hit, it was quite a powerful hit indeed. Against any mortal foe, you would be a force to be reckoned with.
Okay.
However, I will say that you did not fare so well when it came to handling the unexpected.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that monster to show up and you to be gone.
That is certainly true, but these are dangerous times, and there are plenty of foul beasts. I mean, you've heard the reports of the people dying out there in the vineyards and all of that. I'm certain those people did not expect whatever foul creatures assailed them to be there, yet they did, and those people are unfortunately unable to take care of themselves. Now, do you want to be the one that panics and is killed, or do you want to be the one that fights and perhaps prevails?
Go ahead and give me a persuasion check. He looks at you and kind of nods, kind of weakly, but he nods and says, "Yeah, I guess I should have just stabbed the monster instead of panicking. You're right."
I mean, there is something to be said for self-preservation, of course. Not that I'm always one to follow my own advice for that. But still, keep in mind that oftentimes you'll be with others, people weaker than yourself, people who are counting on you to protect them. It is a big responsibility.
Okay. Next time I see a monster, I'll stab it, or yeah, I'll try to be less afraid.
No. Very well.
And
How are you feeling now?
confused. It was really weird, but I understand.
Well, just think then. You have taken on a ghost and leave to tell the tale. And even though it managed to strike you in that conflict, you are still here among us, with barely a scratch, I notice.
I suppose. Although, I don't know. I get the feeling it wasn't trying as hard as it could have to kill me for some reason.
Well, I do not see how that could be. Unless there are people watching over you, people that perhaps you cannot even comprehend.
He sits and seems to ponder it for a moment. In the meantime, you do realize, thinking back to the strike, he did do, wow, he got maximum damage. So, he did basically 10 points of damage. So with the rapier and being, less than level 1 creature, it's about as good as it's gonna get.
Yeah, and I was talking that up with that whole, it clearly being a competent strike when he went in for the kill.
Alright. So as Sebastian thinks about it, you can see him kind of reach into the pouch, and you can see him kind of fiddling with the diamond in there. Is anybody else doing anything?
Well, Sebastian, just so you know, the few among the many will watch over you.
Who are they?
Yeah.
They are more than you understand.
Okay, I don't understand anything because I don't know who they are.
Well, they are your friends. We are your friends.
Okay. So is that you then?
I would very much like to meet these few at some time.
What was that?
I would very much like to meet these few at some point in time, Mr. Gato.
Oh, you have already. You have indeed.
Okay.
Darcy's gonna offer Sebastian some of her fancy wine.
Okay, you offer it, and he starts guzzling. Thank you.
So guzzle. Like, goddamn.
It's very good.
They do not drink it all in one place, but perhaps that is exactly what you should do.
And as you're talking, at some point you hear a knock on the door, and you hear the aunt. How is everything okay in there? Sebastian, calm down.
Please come in. Yes, he is still a little rattled, but I think he will do. He will be all right.
Okay.
Kind of try and
the
grab the
bottle
bottle
away
of
from
wine.
him. Yeah, I'm gonna take the bottle away from him.
Whoever's
My
trying that, go ahead and give me a dex check.
It's my wine, and I gave it to him, so I'll go for it.
Before his access. I might be able to give you some help with grabbing his wrist, but you got it.
Yeah,
I'm good.
So you grab it right out of his hands. It's like, hey, and it's gone as the ant comes in. Uh, and she's like, Sebastian. And he's like, hi. He's like, you seem awfully calm all of a sudden. So what was all that yelling about? I don't know. I thought I saw something, and I don't think I saw what I thought I saw, and so I panicked. I shouldn't have panicked. And she looks at him for a minute and says, well, you have been under a lot of stress lately with the accusations flying around and everything. But rest assured, your family is fine. You can relax a little. And then she looks at the rest of you and says, thank you for taking care of him. I apologize for any stress caused. And then she steps out of the door.
You drink like a fish.
Sebastian looks at you. Well, you did give it to me.
Yes, to calm you down, not to get you drunk. Not yet, anyway.
Okay. So, are we still leaving tomorrow?
Sure, if you don't faint on us.
Okay. Yeah, it should be fine. The ghost made me see things, and I panicked. I thought Elgato was dead. I'll try to do better.
Not yet, I am not. Stupid ghosts. Well, suppose we could talk shop for the next 2 hours, but perhaps we should bide our time and finally get that payment. Without luck, perhaps they'll come back and say, oh, it is still filled with evil creatures. You must go back and finish the job.
So does that mean you guys are gonna wait until 3? Fast forward until 3?
I mean, we could also maybe try a normal attempt to see how well he deals in battle instead of just doing a spooky mansion out of nowhere.
Sebastian looks over and is like, no, Gato's right. I did hit the creature. I think I need to think about how to avoid panicking in the future, but I think it'll be okay. It'll take time. Yeah, you can tell Sebastian still a little shaken, and he doesn't seem super eager to pull out the sword again at the moment.
All right.
All right. So what's the plan? Are you gonna do something, or are we gonna fast forward until 3?
Fast forward.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, so it's now 3 o'clock. I'm assuming you've left the residence. Sebastian is... Actually, have you asked Sebastian to come with you, or are you going to come pick him up?
Well, we're gonna sleep tonight.
I assume you're going to pick him up, so go ahead.
I think Tyler was talking, but he was almost silent.
Oh, I can't hear him.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
I said I thought we were gonna still sleep here tonight, and we'll pick him up in the morning.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, so you make your way to the Halakis of Athena, and as you enter the the person behind the desk, you see another person with them. He's not really represented with the token at the moment, but you see another person with them. Seems to be giving some sort of report. You can see he has a scroll, and he's kind of reading from it, and then he hands it to the clerk, and then kind of waves as he leaves. And the clerk looks to the rest of you, and he says, "Well, according to this report, there have been no signs of creatures. Apparently, in the evening, the number of reports that of strange things happening over the watchtower seems to have pretty much vanished overnight. So we haven't had any other new reports. So for now, I'm going to assume the problem is dealt with. So for that, I believe that we offered you 500 Mithna per person to deal with the issue. And so he hands a bag of coins to each person, and in the coins is 50 gold Mithna.
50.
Yeah, 50 gold Mithna. Each gold Mithna is worth 10 regular Mithna.
Mhm.
You,
50 gold Mithna.
Oh, go ahead.
So 50 gold Mithna and how many normal Mithna?
500.
Okay.
Yeah, so basically, gold Mithna is the equivalent of platinum.
All right.
So 5 of us will get 10 gold Mithna apiece, and
No,
then
each
the other
person
one
is
will get
each person is getting 50 gold Mithna.
God damn.
50
per
gold
person.
Mithna. Okay,
Yeah.
okay, gotcha.
So everybody should be adding 50 gold Mithna to their sheet.
Cool.
In fact, just so it doesn't get lost, like I'm guessing things like this have get lost in the past, I'm going to add it to conglomerate sheet for him. Because I'm assuming he's with you guys. Okay. All right. So here's my sheet here. Oh, do I have to update it? Oh, that's weird. It didn't update. Hold on. Inventory. Oh yeah, it did. It's right there. I have a party overview thing, but it looks like it didn't update properly. Let me refresh. Hold on, some minor technical difficulties. Okay. Why isn't it showing up? An error occurred. Undefined, non-iterable. Oh, fun. Okay, it's dead, Jim. Moving on. All right. So, you guys have any other business at the Halakis of Athena?
I don't think so.
All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and move you guys outside. So, what's the next course of action?
Let's see. We got rations. We got paid. We talked to Sebastian.
Yep. It is now 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Where were the caravans? The caravans were actually go to the Oracle. We're going from the Watchtower, right? Not from Cephesus.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right. Well,
we're gonna head off.
well, I think that concludes my business in town. I will meet you at the Oracle.
Again, we're leaving tomorrow.
No, I don't think we can hear you.
And again, we are leaving town in the morning, and you are exhausted. I do not understand why you are trying to separate yourself from the rest of us.
Well, as I said, if they attack me, then you'll know in advance and be prepared for a problem. If they do not attack, then we are separated and they cannot hit us all at once.
I do not feel its canary concept is a very good idea.
You're quiet again.
I do not think this canary concept is working as well as you think it is. You try and use it a great deal, but why not just keep the party at full force?
I have used it a great deal. Can you list all the times that I have done this?
I am not going to get into a discussion of semantics.
I mean, the first time was a risky scouting expedition in which I was not planning to die, but you know, sometimes things can happen. Actually, that was the second time. The first time, I mean, we were in the middle of a heated fight when I fell, and for a rather random reason. And the third time was also in the middle of a fight. At least this time there was actually combat involved. How many times have I actually fallen as a result of these canary in the coal mine? That's what I thought. Well, I will see you at the Oracle. Tip my hat to you.
Okay.
Start heading for the northwest gate.
All right. So Cyclonin starts heading off. Where are the rest of you going? Or are you trying to do something with Cyclonin?
Can anybody else see us?
Yeah, you should be over here.
No. Can average, normal, everyday civilian people
Oh,
see us?
yeah. Well, you're currently a little alleyway, so probably not at the moment.
In that case, as Cyclonin walks off, as confident as he is, I'm going to cantrip a very bad smell into his helmet as he walks away.
Oh, wow.
Alrighty.
Of course. Well, I keep on going.
Okay. Alright, so Cyclonin heads out. Where are the rest of you going? Are you following him, or are you going back to the tavern, or to the inn, or are you going to do something else?
Just gonna follow the crowd wherever the most people go.
Same.
I would go to the end.
Alright. So I'll just move. Oh, okay, yeah, you guys can move yourselves. Sorry. Go ahead. Alright, so you guys move to the inn. Cyclonin, I'm going to go ahead and move you to the map. Oh, now the party overview thing comes up. Stupid thing. Alright, so what I'm going to do, Cyclonin, is I'm going to make a separate token for you. And what I'm going to do is figure out which one of these I should use. That's Joel. Edit. That's Brosnan. That is Tyler. There it is. So number 4. There you go. So you should now see that there is a token with your face on it. I've moved it one hex. You can move another 11 hexes.
I'm still seeing the
Oh,
city
I'm
map.
sorry. I thought I moved you to the map. Hold on one moment. Pull to scene. And we'll do that with the observer at the moment.
Out of curiosity, so that smell, as far as I understand, was attached to the helmet. If I sniff around, do I end up figuring out what area it came from?
I believe
No,
so.
it just appeared in the helmet.
Okay, there you go. It appeared in the helmet.
Okay, does that mean the smell went away as I walked away?
Yeah,
No,
how did you create the smell?
I used the prestidigitation cantrip. It should only last for like 10 minutes, but let me check.
Yeah, there you go. So it's gonna fade in 10 minutes.
I think he's calling you a stinker.
Undoubtedly. Well, somebody's got to give Tavros some competition, huh?
Hmm.
Ooh.
I'm surprised you went for the mud puddle when there was a clearly perfectly good koi pond you could ruin.
Yeah, but I didn't want to ruin the
Me?
pond.
Yeah, Tavros is conscientious about the drinking.
Yeah, I
situation.
have some amount of awareness. Okay, thank you very
It can
much.
stay for up to an hour, but that's it. It's just an odd smell for an hour. It's not like a toxic smell.
Yeah, but is it in that spot or is it actually somehow attached to something?
I cast it on the helmet, so whenever you put your helmet on, it's gonna smell funny for an hour. Reasonably unpleasant, but not like choking. Not harmful in any way.
Well, if after I get out of town and that's still there and I can detect that it's actually with the helmet, I'm just going to throw it into a field and keep on going.
Fair enough. All right, so you throw it to a field. Go ahead and move up to 11 hexes. Already moving
Alright.
forward once to separate the tokens.
Oops. There we go.
All right. Yeah, assuming you follow the road. Okay, so
Yeah.
once you get to the bridge, go ahead and stop on the bridge. So you arrive at the bridge, and I'm assuming you're in human form still?
Yeah.
And you see several people kind of standing on the bridge, and you can see one person kind of fishing off the side with a primitive fishing pole, and some kids are running around, one of the kids runs up as you get there, and he says, Hey, do you want to see what I can do?
What is it that you can do?
Look, I can spin, and he spins in circles, and I can throw, I skip this rock, and he throws a rock at the river under the bridge, and he skips a couple of times, and then the mother walks up. Leave the traveler alone. I am sorry, sir. My son is a little bit exuberant today.
There is nothing to apologize for. There are many difficult times, and it is nice to occasionally see the innocence of youth. I know as a parent you must not quite feel the same way, but for some of us there is still some novelty to it.
We don't get out very often. There's been a lot of talk of strange things happening along the road. There were some beasts that were killing people, but I haven't heard anything about that lately. It seems like the trouble with the beasts just vanished one day. We've been out first time in a while.
Well, there is some good news regarding that. I was hearing over at the Halicus of Methina at Zapesis that supposedly some adventurers had actually resolved the issue. Their scout had gone out and returned and determined that there is that the threat has in fact been eliminated. So, at least for the time being, the road does appear to be safe. I have just journeyed from that direction myself, and I did not encounter any problems along the road. I mean, one should always remain vigilant because there are always bandits and things to worry
Vigilant?
about. Yes, vigilant. Invisible minotaur that is nowhere nearby but speaks to me anyway.
Sorry. Okay.
So, yeah, it is reasonably safe to travel between Zapesis and the watchtower. Again, exercise the appropriate caution, but it is nice that the roads are a little less hazardous these days.
Yeah, definitely. And you look like she kind of looks around and looks like that big halberd, and I'm sure your shield is somewhere as well. And it's like you look like you're prepared yourself. And,
I wish that I were.
And suddenly you feel like you see a little one of the kids kind of back behind you, Cyclonin, where your halberd is, and it's like, what's that?
Oh, this is my glaive. This is quite useful in combat. After all, note that this is quite a long pole. It is nice to keep the enemies at bay. Why let them get close enough to cause damage?
You mean like when you're hurting the bad guys?
Exactly. It's better to outrange them. But to that end, the ones that are skilled with crossbows and archery, those ones can have even more of an advantage.
Yeah, but that's cooler.
Thank you for thinking so. I do have an appreciation for this weapon. It has come in handy on more occasions than I care to admit as far as fending off hostile creatures.
Yeah, maybe we should hire you when we have to go back to Phases.
Well, in probably a few days, I will be heading that way, and I know of a group of adventurers, in fact, rumored to be the very same ones that cleared the menace we were just speaking of, will be passing through this way. So perhaps you will be able to journey with them and hear their tales about how they defeated the creatures.
Oh well, if you're this cool, I think they must be super cool.
Well, they clearly have done things that I could not, so yeah, perhaps. They are a diverse group indeed.
And then the kids kind of run off and get distracted by something else. Well, thank you for talking to the kids so nicely, and sorry they bothered you.
Oh, that was not a bother at all. Again, it is nice to have interactions that do not involve things trying to kill me.
Well, you must see a lot of that.
Again, more than I care to admit, but I am glad it is a peaceful day. So, may the rest of your day be at least as tranquil as this, and I tip my hat to you.
Goodbye.
I'll go ahead and continue on my way.
Yep.
So I think 11 gets me to the watchtower.
Yep, it sure does. So you arrive at the watchtower. You've definitely been here before, and as you show up, you can find the inn, and the Friendly Nymph Inn, if I remember correctly.
Boy, there's a name.
Anyway, you find the inn, and you get to the. Is there anything else you're gonna do before you go to the inn, or are you gonna go straight there?
As I come in the gate, I'm gonna ask: is there a caravan going to the Oracle tomorrow?
Yes. At 8 o'clock.
Alrighty. Well, might be willing to offer my services to guard the caravan, if you need any assistance with that.
Well, lately, it's been fairly calm, but you definitely speak to the captain in the morning. He may take you up on that just in case. But either way, it's free to go, so you don't need to offer anything to go.
Oh, thank you. That is much appreciated. I think I will turn in for the night. It has been a long day, and I'm very tired.
All right, and he gives you directions to the inn.
Okay.
All right, so yeah, as you go, you can see that the temples are, a couple people around the temples, but otherwise seem to be fairly quiet. As you make your way to the inn, it's about half full, and it's about 7 o'clock by the time you get there. And you see the innkeeper, like, can I help you, sir? Would you like a room?
Very much so. I plan to fall asleep as soon as I am able.
All right then. So two Mytho will get you a reasonable room as well as a meal.
Before he even finishes that sentence, I've plopped the 2 Mithna down, and then I'll go sit down and try to stay awake for that meal.
All right then. Okay, so so you get a fairly good meal. Wine, cheese, some sort of bird. It looks kind of like chicken, but maybe it's kind of a wild chicken. And then olives and of course a little bit of greens. And you find a nice one-person room waiting for you, and you can go ahead and take a long rest. If you take your long rest, you can remove your level of exhaustion.
Yep, I am absolutely crashing.
Meanwhile, we'll go back to Cephasus. We'll go ahead and bring the observer back. Scene. Alrighty, so where do the rest of you end up?
Tavern?
So it looks like you guys went back
Probably.
to the room. Fair enough. Alright, so you arrive back at the inn. Cyclonan's long gone. You basically have 4 hours between when he gets to the inn and when you guys, when time catches up. So, do you guys do anything during those 4 hours, or do you just go straight there?
I'm gonna stock up on fancy wine for the road.
Okay, so today they're selling the fairly decent quality fancy wine, a different brand than the one you have, but they still claim it's just as good for 1 gold mithna a bottle.
How much did Sebastian guzzle whenever I'm just like, here, have a calming drink?
Probably about a quarter of the bottle.
Yeah, I wanna need at least 2 bottles.
All right, so that'll be what did it say? 4 gold mithna then.
Alright. Where'd it go?
All right, we can pass by the time, but is there anything you guys do or talk about before you guys rest for the evening? For example, I'm sure you guys probably would talk about Cyclonan suddenly wanting to leave, or maybe you want to talk about whatever happened today with Sebastian,
Yeah.
or whatever you want.
Yeah, probably both of those.
Yeah.
I did not wish to reveal ourselves in such a way, but I guess someone wanted to try things in a very abrupt manner.
Yeah, we had even discussed showing a more gentle version of ourselves first, but I don't know.
I don't know if that was the best option. And again, he has got a taste of it, but I don't know if encouraging him to attack anything that looks monsterish was the best call either.
Well, yes, we have some very unpleasant-looking people here in our party. No offense to anyone, but you don't look
Hey,
traditionally human. And if
I'm offended.
Sebastian, not to offend, but if Sebastian sees that and tries attacking you now, because we'll have to adjust that when we shouldn't have had to. I don't know.
Why is he so keen on leaving, too?
I don't know. He very often tries to leave us. He's like, oh, I'll go off on my own to do this. I'll go off on my own to do that. He quite often likes to try and leave us.
Does he think we slow him down, or he can do more by himself?
I don't know. It just weakens everybody. I mean, and he splits away from us, as a group. We are weaker. I mean, I know he kept talking about being the canary and should something happen to him, then we will know about it. But what about just going together as a group at full strength? And if something happens, we deal with it. I mean, the forewarning is useless because, all right, he died somewhere out there. We don't know where, we don't know when. He cannot communicate this to us for 24 hours until he comes back. If they happen to get here before then and start tearing this town apart, then you know what? We are one kitty cat down. The town is getting attacked, and we are now have no real bonus warning. It wouldn't do anything. I don't know.
Besides, even if it wasn't them, what if something else killed him? What if just, I don't know, enough bandits or some swarm of insects did it? We won't know what killed him either.
Okay, so yeah, it might not even be the pantheon we're worried about. I don't know.
I can send a message to him. I don't know if he will reply.
That would be great if you could, as long as it will not. Well, no, we are going to be going to bed soon, so hopefully, yeah, should be fine.
Well, if I'm going to ask, I believe we should all come up with the best question because of his current rashness. I want to make sure everyone is in agreement to what we wish to know.
Okay. So, what shall we ask him? Evros.
Yeah.
Suggestions?
I don't know. What do you think?
Kind of difficult to say.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What's gonna
I
be
figured I figured I'd get everybody's, ask everybody else first, and then we can work on it.
25 words
Mr.
or less.
Mr. Gizzard,
Yes.
any ideas? Why should
I
he
mean-
leave us? How is it helpful? I don't know.
I honestly have the same questions as you. I have no idea how this is. I don't see. I mean, perhaps as a form of bait, but obviously, right? Yeah, other than that, I don't know what other use this could do for us.
Well, being the canary is still no good because, that does not stop them from attacking us or us even knowing how he died or why.
It is
And we are still
imprecise.
down a party member for
Yeah,
2 days.
Imprecise.
Please write your message on this paper and I will deliver it. Be very exact. You only have 25 words.
Do you
can
have
type
any?
it in the chat if you want.
Okay. Does anybody else have any? Darcy, you have any suggestions?
I
on
want
what
to know the
ask and
same
why?
as everyone else. Why have you left? What is so important at the Oracle you could not wait with the rest of us?
And canary excuse no good. That sounds
Of
like a
course
good
not.
message.
Yes.
Okay, yes, that exact message that you just said.
Write it down.
I
Because
am
I'm
a
not
horrible
going to be
typist.
counted.
I am
Oh,
a horrible
yeah.
typist. I don't know.
Oh my
Okay.
God.
What am I typing? Say words. I'm typing them. Or writing. Per se. Good point.
I know we want to know why he left to the Oracle early. Why couldn't he wait?
Yeah.
What is he trying to do, or what was he trying to? What was he trying to do? Was that one of them?
Yeah, basically, it's like, what were you trying to do at the Oracle that couldn't wait when
What is
we
your
got there?
goal is what I'm gonna write.
Yeah.
Anything else? Why did you leave for the Oracle early? What is your goal?
How many words is that?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 13 words left.
Okay.
Yeah,
You don't have to
Um,
fill the whole thing if it's 25 words or
Yeah.
less.
Oh, I know. It's just I want to see if we can get all as the questions in there. So I don't have to keep casting the damn thing.
Fair enough.
So get as much mileage out of the word choice as possible. Leaving makes us weaker. It's not worth it.
Okay.
Well, what you can do is you can.
That's our message so far.
Okay.
How many words we have left?
I can cast it 3 times. So
18, 19, 20.
Well-
We have 5 words left.
Okay. Well, no, I don't want you to have to cast it more than once. But
Honestly, this seems
Right.
fine. This
I
seems
mean,
just
I'm
fine.
about to go to sleep, so it's unless like the town gets bombed, we're fine.
And that's something else. I mean, if they were watching him leave, they might leave him alone completely and attack the 5 of us who are weaker, thinking that, oh, he's gone.
We don't know. This is why we send the message of, bruh, what you doing?
Yeah.
Perhaps,
Just
perhaps
if we got. Oh, go ahead.
perhaps he is insurance, where if we get jumped now, he's alive. Therefore, we're okay.
That's again very iffy and the same as him dying first and us being alive.
Yeah. It is
Also, if we all die now because he's not here to help us, he's by himself, and he's gonna be by himself for
Yeah.
many days.
that is true.
So it's actually worse.
It is worse. I don't disagree. Just an idea.
If we got 5 words left, you can just put why, bro, why.
Go ahead and type it in there. That's what you're gonna do. So basically,
Yeah.
gonna have to do is
Why,
say
bro?
what's
Say
in
why.
chat is what he gets.
Just say why.
All right. So Cyclonin, you sit down for your meal. You've just paid for your room, and you gotta sit down and you start eating, and you suddenly get the message that's in chat that has been sent to you via magical means. In the spell, is he allowed to? Can he respond?
Recognize
Yes.
you, suspender if it knows you,
Okay.
can answer in a like manner immediately. And spells and animals, creatures with intelligence, tend to understand you, understanding the meaning of your message.
Fair enough. So that's
And-
the message you get, Cyclonin. You can put in
And the
chat
first
what your
word-
response is. Sorry, go ahead, Tyler.
The first word is actually why, not we, so you don't have to spend your
Whoops.
25 words making that observation.
Might be.
It's not your problem. No, I'm just pointing it out that it's supposed to be wise. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I'd say that's probably what you sent, since that's what's in chat. But it's in context. I'm sure he could figure it out.
I mean, it's me sending the message, so I'm the one who dictates it. And I would probably say it properly if I'm the one literally brain asking him things.
Okay, fair
Yeah.
enough.
I just, I am very tired in the real world.
Fair enough.
I understand.
All right, Cyclonin. So that's the message you get, except instead of we, it's why is the first word. So how do you respond?
I cannot wait for the Oracle's guidance. I must know my fate. She will tell me if I made a mistake. Rest well, my friends.
That is so cryptic.
There you go.
That is so cryptic.
What the heck?
That answers no questions.
He basically said, I want to know now. That's about it. Good luck, you guys. That's literally what he said.
Well, let us hope that this is not an ongoing thing. I do not know what else to ask him or say to him at the moment. At least not with the limitations of the spell.
Yeah, I can only cast it 2 more times, so yeah, a lengthy conversation would not be possible.
Yes, and then that's what I was saying is I cannot think of anything else. So
Yeah,
That
you might
is
need
the
to
cryptic
just wait
response,
until you
yes.
see him again to have a proper conversation.
Yep.
yeah, that's what. Yeah. All right. So, is
Okay.
there anything else we would like to do?
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Is there anything else we would like to do? I would suggest an early night. Some of us are very exhausted.
What time is it?
It's about 7 o'clock at night.
Yeah, it's. Oh wow, 7 o'clock. I mean, it's Grandma and Grandpa's bedtime, I guess.
Well, we can stay up for an hour or two and have dinner or something. I was just talking about hand waving it and getting to bed.
Yeah, Darcy can play, I guess. Play on stage.
With your nose.
Not,
Truth or dare?
not possible. I'm not SpongeBob.
You can play your flute through your nose. Just stick it in one nostril and blow.
That's definitely
No,
possible.
ew, absolutely not. It would just, first of all, it would just fall out. I don't know what kind of flute you think I have.
Okay, out of character, I have seen videos of people playing flutes with their noses before. It's possible.
What kind of flute was it? What kind of flute was it?
I'll go find it right now.
Well, it's
Probably
either
like
a
a
sideways
recorder.
kind or a recorder kind.
Yeah, I was gonna say probably like
What
a
kind of flute do
recorder.
you have?
Yeah, I'm fixing to say, it depends on the kind of wind instrument, my guy. There's several kinds of flutes.
That's a good point. That is a good point. But
So which
this
one do you
man's
have?
playing three
Go
different
ahead
things at once.
go ahead and save the video for after the game. You can post it in the off topic or whatever.
Sure.
In the meantime, is there anything you actually want to do before you go to sleep, or should I fast forward time?
Aside from giving Darcy a comical hard time, yeah, I don't think of anything else that we want to do there.
Yeah, no.
To be fair, that's a recording, but I'm done.
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and advance till about 7 o'clock the next morning. For Cyclonin, his thing leaves at 8, so we'll go ahead and start with you guys. So you wake up probably around 7. So what do you do?
Breakfast, and then we gotta go get old Sebastian.
Okay, fair enough. So you go down for breakfast. You find that there's already people coming in, filling up the place. But they do manage to get you your table in the corner that you've been using. And so you do get a basic meal with basic breakfast with the room that you paid for. So it's just basic, a continental kind of thing. You know, you get some bread, some cheese, some basic wine. Is there anything you want to add to that, or is the basic breakfast already?
I want fruit.
Okay, it will cost
Can
you
I get?
a small mythna to add some fruit. Go ahead, Tyler. Go ahead,
Can
Judge.
I get some bacon? Bacon?
Okay, that'll be a half mythna.
Okay.
I get some mystery meat for Tavros.
Oh my God.
Yes, please.
Would you like some mystery cheese?
Please.
Okay.
Judge slides to the end of the table to make sure he's out of range.
Yeah, let's all move.
They tell you, unfortunately, they don't have any mystery meat here. That's
What?
a Katniss thing.
Go get some, please.
That's a cat. Are you joking?
You can have mystery cheese.
How is that a
sorry.
local? You can have mystery. What? I was.
Tell you they don't have mystery meat. If you want meat, they're going to tell you what it is.
You don't have just you didn't kill some random animal and you can just slap it on a plate for me, and just not tell me what it is.
Why would we do that? That makes no sense.
He wants
Because I'm the customer, damn it! That's what I want.
We do not serve such a thing in this establishment. Get it elsewhere.
Oh my god.
You know, Tavros, you yourself can maybe ask someone on the market.
Yeah.
It is
I
right
guess.
outside. They have all sorts of meats just strung up. No telling. No fur, no head, no limbs. No way of knowing.
That's true. Yeah, we'll do that later.
Is the mystery cheese still in that back corner?
So you bit off some of it. I don't know. What did you do with it after you bit it? Oh no, you swished it up in that drink, so it's all gone.
Okay, good.
True.
All right, so yeah, you guys have your you have your breakfast. You get the bacon. You get
Fruit.
the fruit. And then afterward, so I'll go ahead and advance to like 7:30. Is there anything else you're gonna do here, or what's your next step?
We gotta get Sebastian.
Okay, so I'll leave there. Okay, so you can go ahead and start making your way to Sebastian. In the meanwhile, I'm gonna go and see what Cyclonin is up to. All right, Cyclonin, you wake up around around 7 as well, and you get a good night's sleep. Your exhaustion is gone. You know that the caravan leaves around 8. So what do you do, if anything, until then?
I'll go ahead and head over there early. Let the watch captain know that. Well, actually, I'll go find the watch captain.
You find him with the basically where they're preparing the caravan. Yes. Are you traveling with us today?
I am indeed, and while I do not anticipate any troubles along the journey, I am willing to offer my assistance should the convoy need to defend itself against any threats.
I see. He kind of gives you a look, and he sees your shield and your armor and your large weapon, and he nods and says, "Yes, I cannot pay you much, but we can pay you 2 Mithna for the trip."
How about I do it for no Mithna?
No, well, if you're going to act as a guard, then I must pay you something.
All right, well, I will accept the Mithna then.
Okay, so he gives it to you. Well, we leave at 8, so if there's anything you wish to do before we leave, go ahead. If not, you can take a seat in the wagon.
All right, I'll go ahead and hop in the wagon and wait for the convoy to move.
Okay. Well, we still have another half an hour on the other side, so we're gonna go ahead and go over there. All right, so you guys are heading to Sebastian, and as you do, you will you'll kind of find him. You find it, you get let in, and Barrios is there, and Sebastian kind of walks out with a pack, and you can see he's got his weapon and his armor and stuff like that. And Barrios looks over everybody as you arrive, and he says, "Sebastian tells me that he is going to be traveling with you once again. Well, you took good care of him in the past. Then I hope that you will do so in the future. And Sebastian, make sure you stand up straight and you pull your own weight. I know things can be scary out there, but you've been properly trained, and you may not realize it, but you are capable. So stand up and do what needs to be done." And Sebastian nods. As far as the rest of you, thank you for everything you've done for us. And you can tell your friend, he kind of looks around and not seeing Cyclonin. You can tell your friend that you may return for any messages at any time.
Thank you very much. Sebastian, what's he wearing?
Say that again?
What's Sebastian wearing? Judge looks real quick.
So let's
What's he
see.
wearing?
He is wearing leather armor. He's got a crossbow, dagger, a rapier. He's got a backpack and a bedroll.
Okay. And does his backpack look full, or does it look like he forgot to
It looks
pack
like it's
stuff?
got. It looks like it's pretty, fairly bulky. Um, you can see some rope sticking out in one spot, and what looks like possibly some piece of, part of a, like a little dried meat sticking out in another spot. Probably some rations, that kind of thing.
Okay. Oh, at least you are prepared. Let us be on our way, my friend.
Yes, I got my own food this time. I have some basic equipment. I have weapons. I have some basic tools such as a hammer and some pitons and so forth.
Sounds good. All right. Is everyone else ready?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Shall
I'm
we
going to
head
go
up?
ahead and just take everybody to the map. You don't have to, you're going to head out the gate. That's fine. So I'm going to go ahead and advance to 8. And so what happens, Cyclonin, is the caravan, with you on it, starts leaving and heading toward the Oracle. Meanwhile, the rest of the group is just leaving Sypaesus, so whoever wants to control the judge token can go ahead and move up to 12 hexes, assuming you stay on the road. If you veer off the road, then it's half that. And so, Cyclonin, as you're traveling, I don't know what's happening here. Hold on. Go ahead and stop, Tyler. Do a selection.
Oh, they're probably both selected. Yeah, just dragging an empty space.
Ooh.
Yeah, there you go. To make it easy, Cyclonin, you're going to arrive at the Oracle at halfway through the day, and assuming you guys are sticking to the road, you're going to arrive at the Watchtower 4 at the middle of the day. So, is there anybody deviating from the road or anything like that, or are you just going to go along?
Just
We have no
staying on
reason
the road.
to.
Okay, so okay, that's fine. So you arrive at the Watchtower, Judge and crew, and as you arrive, you can see that the place is relatively empty. There's some guards as you approach, but it looks emptier than last time you saw the place, and one of the guards kind of waves as you arrive, and he says, "Are you passing through? You're too late for the caravan, but if you to the Oracle. But if you continue following the road south, you'll arrive at Katniss. If you wish to have a rest, there's the temples and, of course, the Friendly Nymph Inn."
Just out of curiosity, let's see. Yeah, okay, there's a road, 12. Well, even without the caravan, do you think we can make
Could you
it?
speak a little louder?
And, just addressing our party really quick.
Oh, okay.
Even without the caravan, do you think we can make it?
Well,
We could be there by,
it's maybe not.
we could make it there before dinner time.
How long did it take us normally?
So it takes
Should
about
be
half a
before.
day to get to 8 hours to get to the Oracle from there. You've traveled
long
8 hours. Sorry, not 8 hours. I meant 4 hours. You've already traveled for 4 hours. So if you wanted to continue traveling, you would get to the Oracle in the evening. but then you'd be done with your traveling for the day.
I think we can make it.
How does Sebastian look? Does he look like he can keep going, or is he looking like he wants to sit his butt down and
He
Wrap-
looks like he's in reasonable shape, but he's definitely asking to stop for an hour to have lunch and relax for a bit.
I suppose we can stop and have lunch. We'd still get there pretty early.
yeah, an hour? An hour's a decent amount of time. That it's not gonna make too much difference, I would think.
Okay, so
All right, so you're gonna then head to the inn and have a meal.
Yep.
Okay, so you guys head to the inn to have a meal. So then we're gonna cut over to Cyclonin. Cyclonin, the caravan reaches kind of like the base of the Oracle compound like before. There's an inn there, and people get off, and there's a line that starts forming to make a request to see the Oracle. However, as you're kind of getting off the wagon and figuring out what to do. One of the female guards, the Oracle's guards, approaches you, and this is one of the guards that has the blue eye on their tabards as the sign of Keranos, and she walks straight to you, and whispers to you, "You are Cyclonin, correct?
That is correct, yes.
The Oracle has been waiting for you. Please follow me."
Alright, go ahead and follow.
Okay, so I'll go ahead and take you to the map. So, Observer and Cyclonin. I had everybody here, but obviously at the moment you're the only one here. You should see the map. And the woman takes you to this point and then gestures you down the road. I believe you've been here before. You will find guards at the entrance that will take you the rest of the way.
Thank you. I tip my hat to you.
Of course. So as you pass through, you notice that none of the other people who came have been sent up here yet. You're the first one here. And as you arrive, you can see that several female guards flank the door, and one of them says, "Before you enter, please refresh yourself at the pool." And she points this way.
Probably should. Thank you.
Of course. As you arrive at the pool, one of the things you notice is before it just looked like a regular pool, but there's something different about it now. You can see this kind of almost ethereal light kind of reflecting off the water. It looks, it's very faint, and if you weren't used to looking at magic things, and you weren't used to these kind of things, you might not notice. But as you touch the water, it feels more refreshing than you remember, and you can sense that there's power here that didn't exist here before.
It's interesting. Yeah, once I've freshened up, I'll go ahead and head back over to the door.
Okay. One of the women steps forward, and she says, "You've been here before. I trust that you will behave courteously in front of the Oracle.
Of course.
Please follow me." And then she basically leads you in. And
No one would be more disappointed than myself if I were to misbehave here.
that is good to hear. You notice that the whole mechanism in the center It just the way the planets and everything moves. Before there's kind of a clicky motion to it, but for some reason, as subtly as it moves, it seems smoother than before.
It does feel that things are changing indeed.
Yes, the Oracle will speak to you more of that. And as she arrives, she says, "The one you asked for has arrived. I will leave you now." And the Oracle looks at you, and you notice the other guard kind of moves out of the way. And the Oracle looks your direction. And she says, "So, you have arrived. You have left the others behind for now, I see."
Yes, I did not wish to keep you waiting.
"Very well. I have a message for you, but before then, I have information. You see, I have started to have visions again, like I used to in the past. But yet, it isn't the gods. It isn't. The visions aren't from Karanos. They're from some other source. Something even older and more powerful." And she looks at you, and she seems to, as she peers into your eyes, her eyes start to glow a little, and she says, I have seen your need and your desire, even if you do not realize what that is yet. You must know that the power to grant your wish can be found in the form of an ancient divine artifact. And this artifact can be found in the ruins beneath a watchtower in vast caves. A place that some of your people have seen. If you attempt to battle your enemy, as you are currently, without seeking this power, without seeking change, then most paths in the future I see lead to destruction." And their eyes stop glowing, and she says, "That is all I can say on the matter. You must seek this power, or you seek oblivion."
I thank you for your wisdom and your guidance.
Of course. I assume your friends will arrive eventually?
They have made plans to come this way. We did complete the request, the mission to access the Forbidden Library. So we will provide the artifacts that we found, and I am sure that Judge in particular would be delighted to partake of the library.
Our word will be kept, but there are rules that must be abided by. But I will discuss that with him once he has proven victory over his trial.
Of course.
In the meantime, you can either go back to the inn down the mountain, or you can wait in the library, through which you pass to get to me.
Perhaps it would be nice to learn a little bit more about this land. Oh, one question I do have. I do notice it does appear that this, as enchanting as this place has been previously, it seems that this is even more so. It does feel like magic is beginning to well up. Am I not mistaken in that?
It is true. It is from what we discussed.
There is truly a great conflict ahead. I can only hope that everything works out for the best for everyone. I do not wish to see people harmed unnecessarily.
Many will die, but with the right steps taken, many more will live.
I will trust your vision. And thank you for your time. I will go visit the library.
Of course. And then the guard leads you back there, so you can go ahead and make your own way back, while we see what the rest of the group is doing. So, pull to scene. There we go. All right. So you go to the Friendly Nymph Inn, and if you are you going to eat rations, or if you're going to buy a meal, it will be 1 Mithna per 2 people.
Gonna eat fresh food.
All right. So it looks like there's going to be, well, we'll say 2.5 Mithna for the group. Oh, actually, no, it'd be 3 Mithna because Sebastian's with you.
I mean, I'm gonna eat fresh food. I don't know what they're gonna do.
I'm
Well,
eating
to have,
too.
yep. Get some fresh food.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, it's 3 Mithna for the group, so you guys can split that bill amongst yourselves.
Sounds good.
All right, so they bring out some fresh vegetables, some fruits, grape and tangerines, and grapes and tangerines, some wine, cheese, bread, and thinly sliced meat. It appears to be some sort of probably a boar meat.
Ah, yes. Ham.
Yep. So you guys go through your meal. Is there anything you're going to talk about during the meal?
I want to ask Sebastian about where he heard the about the nymphs when him and his friends are out exploring, where he heard that from in the first place.
Oh, he thinks about it for a moment. That's a good question. I mean, the rumors of that place kind of, they were kind of around town for quite a while. But now that I think about it, there was this. I remember going to an inn. I was drinking with my friends, and there was this older man. He was kind of dressed awfully warm, like he had this cloak on, and he had a hood on, and I remember he had this kind of white beard. Anyway, and we were talking about something about, I think the nymphs came up or something, and I remember him telling us that about the place. We didn't think the nymphs were real, of course, but yeah, he actually talked to about them like they were. We didn't believe him, but he talked about this spring, this White Rock Spring, where you can go and get rejuvenated and even make you live longer. Now that I think about it, yeah, he kind of knew right where it was, and he told us how to get there. But I don't remember his name. I think he told it to us. He scratches his head. But I kind of forgot all about that conversation until you just brought it up. And it's still kind of fuzzy.
Can you try? Can you
Go ahead and speak
clear your
louder.
mind?
Try to remember.
Can you try? Yeah, can you try to remember something?
I want to inspire him, make his memory better.
Clear your mind and
Yeah.
try and guide him through focusing to see if he can remember the guy's name.
Sure. How are you going to inspire him?
Um, focus on that day. Think back.
Are
When
we
he was
kind of
speaking
off
to you
by
about
ourselves? Are we kind of off by ourselves, or are we like in a room?
You guys were eating at the end last time I heard.
Yeah, we're kind of just talking. I feel like we could just talk low, but you know.
Well, what I was getting at is, do you think I could try and sleight of hand a guidance for Sebastian?
I mean, if someone's blocking your hand because we are sitting around a table. If you kind of just do it under the table, then no one's going to see that.
I would say you can give me a stealth check, but if you're doing something like that where you're blocking it, hiding under the table, I would give you advantage.
Okay, I will do that. Kind of scoot in around, so I'm kind of being blocked by Tavros. He's a pretty big guy there.
Yeah, that's so you can cast it with nobody would notice. With the 25, you're pretty sure that it's well hidden. So, all right. So that you're casting guidance, right? Yeah. So that would be a 6. So let me go ahead and roll. Oh, +7. Yeah.
7. Oh, look at that.
All right. So, it says, yeah. I mean, now that I think about it, I used to know the man's name, but it's like a blank spot in my mind now. But I do remember seeing him once, speaking with my father. And I think I've seen him speaking with Mayon too. But those are the only 3 times I've seen him. But it is funny that he happened to show up at the inn right when we were, and as soon as we were done, he just left. It is kind of odd, but unfortunately, I don't know who he actually is.
Do you think you could recognize him if you saw him again?
Yeah, I think I could now.
How is your artistic ability? Can you try and draw him, or will you not make something that looks recognizable?
Or you could describe him to me and I can try.
Ooh, good
All
idea.
right, I can do that. So Sebastian starts describing the person. Go ahead and give me, see what would work for artistic skill.
I mean, it's all under performance, I would think. Performance or dexterity.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, we can do performance. I can see art going under there. Sure, why not? Yeah, performance will work.
Inspire myself. We gotta get this right. We got a mystery man.
I will try and guidance you under the table as you're drawing.
Yeah. +5.
Do I have to make another stealth roll, or do you think I'm good?
No, you can keep using it. You can use your old one.
Okay. 17.
All right, so yeah, you take out your scroll, or I'm assuming you have paper or scrolls or something.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you take out some chalk or ink, or what do you have?
I'll just borrow from what's his name? Judge. I'll borrow from Judge. I'm getting a good old ink drawing.
Okay.
With a nice scroll.
All right, so yeah, you do this surprisingly lifelike, though obviously black and white image.
Surprising. Like goddess of art.
Fair enough. Anyway, it's lifelike depiction of this person, kind of like one of those I forget what they call them, but the artists that draw descriptions for cops and stuff like that, kind of like that. Anyway, so you
sketch artist.
There you go. Anyway, you get this nice image, and you don't recognize them, but you're pretty sure that if you saw this person, you would. Although one thing you do notice is obviously it's a human. you would only recognize that, obviously.
Yeah. Well, that's what most of us are wandering around as.
And Sebastian sees the image that you draw, and it's like, wow, that's so good.
Thank you.
Are you? Wow. I mean, is there any art or really anything you can't do?
As far as art's concerned, I am an expert in many things.
Wow. All right. So as your lunch kind of comes to an end, I think it's about 1 o'clock now, and I think this is where we'll end the session.
That's good.